offering a comprehensive recap of WWE's flagship show, Raw, with detailed analysis of matches, storylines, and key moments that kept viewers engaged week after week. Created by Vince McMahon, this American syndicated television program replaced the earlier highlight show, WWF Livewire, marking a new era in WWE recaps by providing more structured and in-depth coverage of the action-packed events from Raw. Its name, Bottom Line, famously referenced the catchphrase popularized by WWE legend Stone Cold Steve Austin, who used it to deliver his no-nonsense opinions during promos, instantly connecting with the fan base and evoking the Attitude Era's rebellious spirit. The show officially debuted on May 24, 2002, and continued its run for an impressive 1104 episodes, concluding its final international airing on January 2, 2025, spanning over 2 decades of dedicated service to the wrestling community. Initially broadcast domestically in the United States until September 2005, it then transitioned to primarily international markets to fulfill programming commitments, ensuring that fans across the globe could continue enjoying the recaps without interruption. Countries like Italy on Play Plus, Spain on GOL, the Philippines on Solar Sports until 2025, and South Africa on Ikasi Plus continued to air the program, bringing WWE's excitement to diverse audiences in these regions. WWE Bottom Line followed a multi-camera setup, running for 60 minutes including commercials, focusing on highlights from Raw and WWE Sunday Night Heat, with expert commentary that broke down the athletic maneuvers and dramatic narratives. The show also featured exclusive segments showcasing WWE superstars, providing fans with deeper insights and behind-the-scenes content, such as interviews that revealed personal stories and training regimens of their favorite wrestlers. Key milestones included its 300th episode on February 16, 2008, celebrated alongside its sister show, Afterburn, with special highlights and tributes that honored the program's growing legacy in the WWE Universe. The 500th episode, aired on December 17, 2011, was a special event featuring 2011 Slammy Award matches and presentations, where superstars competed and received accolades in categories like Match of the Year and Superstar of the Year. Another significant milestone was the 1000th episode, which aired on July 22, 2021, a testament to its enduring popularity and the consistent demand from fans for quality recap content over the years. The hosting roster evolved over its 23-year run, with notable personalities like Jonathan Coachman, who hosted from 2002 to 2003 and served as a guest host from 2003 to 2007, Mark Lloyd from 2003 to 2005, and Todd Grisham from 2005 to 2007, each adding their charismatic energy. Later hosts included Jack Corpella from 2007 to 2009, Renee Young and Tom Phillips in 2012 to 2013, Kyle Edwards from 2014 to 2016, each bringing their unique style to the program and enhancing the viewing experience with their professional delivery. Scott Stanford had multiple stints, often paired with others, from 2009 to 2012, 2013 to 2014, 2017 to 2021, 2022 to 2023, and 2023 to 2025, while Kathy Kelly and Corey Graves also contributed to the show's presentation in 2016, offering fresh perspectives. Megan Morant joined the team, hosting solo in 2022 and alongside Scott Stanford from 2021 to 2022 and 2023 to 2025, and guest hosts like Matt Stryker in 2012 and Matt Camp in 2023 also made appearances, adding variety and excitement to the show. WWE Bottom Line was part of a family of related programs, including WWE Afterburn, which focused on SmackDown recaps, Experience with in-depth interviews, This Week for current events, Vintage for classic matches, and Free for All for special previews. The show's conclusion in 2025 coincided with WWE's significant international TV rights shifting to Netflix, marking a new chapter for WWE content distribution and opening doors for global streaming accessibility to fans everywhere. WWE Bottom Line served as a crucial recap show, providing wrestling fans with analysis and exclusive content, solidifying its place in WWE history as a go-to source for digesting the week's high-stakes drama and athletic prowess. Its legacy as a comprehensive and engaging program for WWE enthusiasts will undoubtedly be remembered for years to come, cherished for bridging generations of fans through its consistent delivery of thrilling wrestling narratives.
Breaking news in wrestling. All Elite Wrestling has signed a major television deal with Fox Sports. This multi-year agreement brings AEW's Dynamite to Fox platforms, expanding their reach to millions and potentially including more live events. A huge milestone for AEW. Stay tuned for more updates.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to a fascinating journey back in time as we explore a unique and often overlooked chapter in WWE history, the captivating story of AM Raw, which brought condensed excitement to Saturday mornings. AM Raw stood out as a distinctive program, carefully designed as a one-hour condensed version of WWE's flagship show, the high-stakes Monday Night Raw, delivering key moments in a tighter package. This innovative show secured its dedicated slot on the USA Network, airing reliably every Saturday morning, which proved to be an ideal time for its primary target audience of wrestling enthusiasts starting their day. The program achieved a remarkable longevity, entertaining audiences across television screens for nearly a full decade, spanning from its launch in 2005 right through to its final episode in 2014. At the helm of creating AM Raw was the visionary Vince McMahon, who strategically conceived this format to effectively capture and engage a particular segment of the WWE viewing public that had specific habits. McMahon's primary objective with this show was to directly appeal to those dedicated viewers who often stayed up late in his Saturday nights, providing them with a revitalizing dose of fresh wrestling content bright and early the next morning on their TVs. AM Raw was thoughtfully produced to showcase the most electrifying highlights and the crucial main event matches pulled directly from the previous week's live Monday Night Raw broadcast, ensuring nonstop thrill. This thoughtful format enabled fans who had unfortunately missed the original live Monday night airing, or those seeking a quick yet comprehensive recap, to remain fully connected and immersed in the evolving WWE storylines without missing a beat. In essence, the show functioned as a vital bridge in the WWE viewing experience, guaranteeing that even more casual fans could effortlessly keep up with the intense and dramatic developments continuously unfolding across the expansive WWE universe. Launching AM Raw represented a clever and forward-thinking strategic move by WWE, significantly extending the accessibility of their most beloved show while adeptly accommodating a wide variety of diverse viewing preferences among fans. The beauty of its condensed one-hour format ensured that every single minute was brimming with high-octane action and essential content, offering viewers a powerful, streamlined experience completely free from any unnecessary filler or downtime. This efficient structure made AM Raw especially attractive to busy individuals with constrained schedules, yet an unwavering passion for staying current with the intricate and compelling narratives driving the WWE world. By maintaining a steady presence during those prime Saturday morning hours, the show substantially reinforced and elevated WWE's overall brand visibility on one of the nation's leading networks, the USA Network. Furthermore, it offered an inviting and straightforward entry point for newcomers to the WWE fold, presenting a concise yet informative summary of the week's most significant and buzzworthy events in an easy-to-digest manner. Throughout its impressive 9-year tenure, AM Raw gradually evolved into a cherished and eagerly awaited staple within the weekend routines of countless devoted wrestling fans around the country. The undeniable success of AM Raw highlighted WWE's exceptional capacity to innovate and flexibly adapt their programming strategies in response to the shifting needs, preferences, and viewing patterns of their global audience. Ultimately, it stood as a powerful testament to Vince McMahon's profound insight into the dedicated wrestling audience and his relentless ambition to broaden and deepen WWE's influence and reach far and wide. The curated content frequently spotlighted the most gripping dramatic segments, fierce and heated rivalries, and epic championship clashes that truly embodied and defined the dynamic essence of the Raw brand during that era. Enthusiastic viewers had the thrilling opportunity to witness their beloved superstars back in intense action, vividly reliving the pulse-pounding excitement of Monday night's most unforgettable and talked-about moments all over again. This meticulously selected assortment of highlights guaranteed that the compact one-hour format delivered a sense of wholeness and deep satisfaction, even as a streamlined rendition of the full original broadcast. AM Raw fulfilled a pivotal role in sustaining the high energy and forward momentum of WWE's intricate storylines right through the week, keeping fans thoroughly engaged and anticipating the arrival of the next live event. In addition, it doubled as an effective promotional vehicle, cleverly enticing those who discovered the show on Saturday mornings to commit to watching the complete, unedited Monday Night Raw episode later that week. The unwavering high quality of production combined with its smart scheduling placement cemented AM Raw as an essential cornerstone within WWE's comprehensive programming strategy, enduring successfully for nearly 10 full years. Even long after its eventual conclusion in 2014, AM Raw continues to be warmly remembered by longtime fans as a highly convenient and exhilarating method to swiftly catch up on all the week's essential wrestling developments. The enduring legacy of AM Raw rests firmly in its pioneering approach to delivering content in an accessible way and its triumphant success in serving a targeted yet substantial slice of the passionate WWE audience.
WWE ECW was an American professional wrestling television program produced by WWE, airing from June 13, 2006 to February 16, 2010. This revival served as a third WWE brand, alongside Raw and SmackDown, bringing a unique style to the company's programming. It was broadcast on Sci-Fi, later known as Sci-Fi, in the United States and on the Global Television Network in Canada, running for an impressive 193 episodes. This extensive run showcased its significant presence in both countries' television landscapes. The show was a highly anticipated revival of the independent Extreme Championship Wrestling promotion, which had unfortunately closed its doors in 2001. It aimed to recapture the raw, edgy spirit of its predecessor. WWE strategically acquired the rights to ECW's valuable trademarks and extensive video library in January 2003, a crucial step that ultimately paved the way for the brand's eventual and much-anticipated return to television. The overwhelming success of ECW reunion pay-per-views, specifically the critically acclaimed ECW One Night Stand in 2005 and a second impactful event in 2006, clearly demonstrated strong fan demand and prompted WWE to revive the brand full-time. The official launch of the new ECW brand was announced on May 25, 2006, initially planned as a cautious 13-episode summer series run on the Sci-Fi Channel. This measured approach allowed WWE to gauge audience reception. The premiere episode, which aired on June 13, 2006, immediately garnered an impressive 2.79 rating, making it the highest-rated show on cable in its competitive time slot. This strong debut signaled a promising future for the brand. This initial and unexpected success quickly led to an extended run through 2007 and a subsequent renewal through 2008. Firmly solidifying its place on television as a viable and popular wrestling program. The brand was here to stay, at least for a while. Initially, WWE ECW made a concerted effort to differentiate itself from Raw and SmackDown by using unique terms like extremists for male performers and vixens for female performers, aiming for a distinct identity. It also prominently featured a classic ECW logo on the matte and distinctive blank turnbuckle covers, all part of a deliberate strategy to establish a unique visual identity that resonated with the original brand's aesthetic. Paul Heyman, the visionary former owner of the original ECW, played a crucial role, serving as the on-air ECW representative and meticulously writing weekly scripts until his impactful departure in late 2006. His influence was undeniable. His departure from the brand followed the controversial December to Dismember pay-per-view event, marking a truly significant and pivotal shift in creative direction and overall management for the evolving ECW brand. However, as time progressed, the show gradually began to adopt standard WWE match rules, with the signature Extreme Rules matches becoming increasingly reserved for only specific special occasions, diluting its original premise. This noticeable shift away from extreme wrestling drew considerable criticism from loyal fans of the original ECW, notably during the highly anticipated Batista Versus Big Show main event on August 1st, 2006, which felt too WW-alike. To manage the brand, general managers were later introduced, including Armando Estrada starting August 14th, 2007, Theodore Long from June 3rd, 2008, and Tiffany from June 30th, 2009, each overseeing the brand's daily operations. The show proudly celebrated its impressive 100th episode milestone on May 6th, 2008, a significant testament to its unexpected longevity and continued presence on national television, defying initial expectations. The broadcast time slots changed multiple times, moving to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central Time on September 30th, 2008, and then back to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central Time on May 5th, 2009. These adjustments reflected efforts to optimize viewership and scheduling. In 2009, a strategic superstar initiative was established with the goal of introducing new talent, primarily drawing from WWE's developmental territory, Florida Championship Wrestling, to refresh and bolster the ECW roster. The show's memorable theme songs included The Powerful Bodies by Drowning Pool from 2006 to 2007 and the energetic Don't Question My Heart by Saliva featuring Brent Smith, which was used from 2007 to 2010, defining its sound. On January 22, 2008, ECW made a significant leap forward by beginning to broadcast in high definition with a brand new, modern set, dramatically enhancing the overall viewing experience for its dedicated audience. WWE ECW boasted an impressive international reach, being broadcast from over 120 arenas in more than 80 cities and towns across 4 distinct countries: Canada, Italy, the United Kingdom, and the United States, showcasing its global appeal. On February 2, 2010, WWE Chairman Vince McMahon made the somber announcement of the show's cancellation, with its final episode officially airing just 2 weeks later on February 16, 2010, marking the end of an era. It was subsequently replaced the very next week by the launch of WWE NXT, a new developmental brand which was notably announced during the February 9, 2010 episode of ECW itself, signaling a new direction for WWE. Fortunately, all episodes of WWE ECW are now readily available for on-demand viewing via both the WWE Network and Peacock, effectively preserving its unique legacy and allowing new and old fans alike to revisit its history. Welcome, wrestling fans, to an in-depth look at Florida Championship Wrestling, or FCW, which was WWE's pivotal developmental territory and television series that ran from 2007 to 2012, playing a key role in training and launching numerous future WWE superstars into the spotlight. From 2007 to 2012, FCW served as the crucial training ground for many future WWE superstars like those who would go on to headline major events, shaping the landscape of professional wrestling through rigorous in-ring and character development programs. Its history began in 2005 when WWE acquired Ohio Valley Wrestling, or OVW, but due to creative differences and operational challenges, this soon led to a new vision for a more controlled developmental system. In 2007, under the leadership of Steve Keirn, a veteran wrestling figure, Florida Championship Wrestling was officially established in Tampa, Florida, marking a new era for nurturing and evaluating developmental talent within the WWE framework. The promotion then moved to Tampa, Florida, where on October 5, 2008, FCW debuted its television series on the Bright House Sports Network, reaching audiences in the Tampa Bay and Central Florida regions with weekly episodes. The first episode was taped on July 17, 2008, at their newly opened arena in Tampa, featuring a professional multi-camera setup designed for a full 60-minute show, including matches, promos, and segments to showcase talent. FCW introduced several championships throughout its run to build storylines and competition, starting with the FCW Southern Heavyweight Championship in 2009, which became the initial premier title for singles competitors. This title was defended in numerous tournaments and high-stakes matches, such as bracket-style events that highlighted emerging talent like young wrestlers vying for their first major opportunity and intense rivalries that tested their skills. In 2010, the FCW Florida Heavyweight Championship was established as an evolution of the developmental system, replacing the Southern version to serve as the top singles title and reflecting the promotion's growing focus on regional identity. The same year also saw the creation of the FCW Florida Tag Team Championship, which encouraged exciting doubles competition through tag team dynamics, partnerships, and storylines involving coordinated maneuvers and team strategies. Finally, in 2011, the FCW Divas Championship was introduced to provide a dedicated platform for female wrestlers, allowing talents to develop their personas, athleticism, and in-ring narratives in a competitive environment. These championships saw various defenses across 197 episodes, including significant title changes like surprise upsets and long reigns, all of which highlighted the growth, potential, and resilience of FCW's diverse roster of performers. Many notable wrestlers honed their skills in FCW's structured environment before making it big on WWE's main roster, benefiting from the promotion's emphasis on professional presentation and character building. Stars like the powerful Drew McIntyre, the fierce Sheamus, and the charismatic Wade Barrett all passed through FCW, where they developed their unique characters, signature moves, and in-ring abilities that would define their WWE careers. Female talents, such as the innovative AJ Lee, also emerged from FCW's training program, becoming prominent figures in WWE's women's division through her agile style, storytelling prowess, and memorable rivalries. Major storylines and events, like the FCW Southern Heavyweight Championship Tournament in its inaugural year, built anticipation through multi-week builds, eliminations, and finals that showcased competitive drama and athletic excellence. Special episodes, including the milestone 100th episode aired on August 29, 2010, celebrated FCW's achievements with retrospective segments, fan-favorite matches, and highlights of memorable moments from the first 99 shows. The March of Champions event on March 13, 2011, was another highlight, putting all developmental championships on the line in a high-pressure card that tested the roster's top talents in unified defenses. The final taping occurred on June 1, 2012, at the Tampa Arena, marking the poignant end of FCW's independent run after 4 years of producing content that shaped WWE's future stars. Following this, FCW's concept then merged seamlessly with WWE NXT in its 6th season, evolving the developmental system into a more integrated and televised brand that continues to thrive today. The series finale aired on July 15, 2012, concluding an impressive 197 episodes across 5 seasons of groundbreaking wrestling television that blended training with entertainment for regional and WWE audiences. FCW's legacy is profound and lasting, having groomed over a decade's worth of WWE talent through its innovative approach and directly influencing the creation and success of NXT as a developmental powerhouse. It provided a vital platform for authentic matches, compelling promos, and detailed training vignettes, all contributing significantly to WWE's rich history and the evolution of sports entertainment storytelling. The promotion's impact is evident in the countless superstars who rose through its ranks, from undercard performers to global icons, achieving fame in sold-out arenas worldwide thanks to their FCW foundations. From its debut in 2008 with the first TV episode to its evolution into NXT in 2012, FCW played an indispensable role in shaping the future of sports entertainment by bridging developmental and main roster success. Its contribution to Florida wrestling traditions, including local fan engagement and the Tampa Arena's role, remains a cornerstone of developmental wrestling within the broader WWE ecosystem and beyond. FCW's story is a testament to the dedication, hard work, and passion required from both talents and staff to transform aspiring wrestlers into polished WWE superstars ready for the big stage. We hope this overview has shed light on the incredible journey of Florida Championship Wrestling, from its formation to its influential end, capturing the essence of WWE's developmental heritage. For those eager to delve deeper into this fascinating era, explore more WWE history through official archives and discover the roots of today's wrestling legends who got their start in FCW. Thank you for watching this tribute, and always remember the enduring legacy of FCW in building the stars that light up WWE's universe. Welcome to a dive into WWE Saturday Morning Slam, the high-energy kids wrestling program that aired from 2012 to 2013, bringing the excitement of professional wrestling to young audiences in a fun and safe way. Premiering on the CW as part of the Vortex block, it brought family-friendly matches to Saturday mornings, marking WWE's return to this time slot after an 11-year hiatus since the end of Livewire in 2001. This to comply with children's programming standards, ensuring content was appropriate and engaging for kids. It featured a variety of matches, interviews, and entertaining segments, with hosts like Josh Matthews and Booker T guiding viewers through the action and providing lively commentary. The show's concept was to deliver family-friendly wrestling entertainment, with tamer matches where aggressive moves targeting the head or neck were either banned or carefully edited out to keep things safe. WWE Saturday Morning Slam premiered on August 25, 2012, and concluded on May 11, 2013, spanning just one season with a total of 38 episodes, each packed with excitement. The opening theme, This Time It's Mine, composed by Jim Johnston, set an energetic and upbeat tone for each episode, drawing kids right into the wrestling world. Episodes were taped on Tuesdays prior to WWE SmackDown tapings, utilizing a professional multi-camera setup to capture all the dynamic action from multiple angles. The premiere episode featured a thrilling battle between the agile Sin Cara and the charismatic heel The Miz, showcasing the show's high-energy approach right from the start. Other notable matches included Santino Marella, known for his comedic style, against the more intense Drew McIntyre, highlighting a fun mix of comedic and serious wrestling elements. The series also featured appearances and segments involving top names like the straight-edge superstar CM Punk and the iconic John Cena, adding major star power to attract and excite young viewers. Beyond the matches, the show included educational and promotional segments, such as detailed performer profiles, behind-the-scenes footage of training sessions, and highlights of championship belts. A key initiative promoted was WWE's Be a Star anti-bullying campaign, integrating positive messages about standing up against bullying into the entertainment to inspire young fans. In February 2013, wrestling legend Mick Foley was introduced as the show's general manager on March 16th, bringing his unique charisma and storytelling experience to the program. Foley served in the role until his contract expired in March 2014, adding a new dynamic authority figure to the show's format and helping shape its family-friendly narratives. The commentary team of Josh Matthews on play-by-play and Booker T on color commentary provided energetic and insightful analysis throughout each episode. Their commentary enhanced the fast-paced, no-holds-barred yet non-violent action, making the athletic maneuvers and excitement even more engaging and accessible for young viewers. The production style was upbeat and accessible, deliberately avoiding the higher intensity and mature themes of WWE's primetime shows like Raw or SmackDown to suit its kid audience. It was a collaborative effort between WWE and Saban Brands, who launched the Vortex programming block on the CW, where the show aired every Saturday morning. Saturday Morning Slam's legacy lies in reintroducing WWE to Saturday morning television after years away, successfully fostering interest and enthusiasm among children and families. It achieved moderate ratings in its niche demographic of young viewers, proving the viability and appeal of youth-oriented wrestling content in a competitive TV landscape. The show was canceled after its single season due to irreconcilable differences between Saban Brands and WWE regarding lasting mark as a bridge between WWE's adult programming and family entertainment. With 38 episodes aired over 8 months, it entertained thousands of young viewers weekly, creating new fans and introducing them to the vibrant world of WWE. Saturday Morning Slam truly captured the excitement of WWE for a new generation of fans. Thanks for watching this overview. Breaking news in the NFL. Longtime head coach seeking change of scenery. Reported November 25th, 2025 by Jocelyn Anderson, suggesting movement among veteran coaches, including Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, and Andy Reid considering new opportunities. This expands 2025 NFL head coaching vacancy list, indicating significant instability. Breaking news. Blue Jays reportedly signed pitcher Dylan Cease to a 7-year, $210 million contract. This deal is the richest free agent deal in Blue Jays history. Cease's strikeout ability will bolster Blue Jays' championship rotation.
Breaking MLB news. The Los Angeles Angels and Anthony Rendon are discussing a contract buyout. ESPN's Alden Gonzalez reported on November 26, 2025, that Rendon is expected to retire. Rendon's 7-year, $245 million deal has $38 million left, one of MLB's biggest busts. After strong 2020 play, he declined from 2021 to 2024, appearing in just 43 to 58 games yearly. Rendon missed all of 2025 due to left hip surgery, atop numerous injuries. He drew criticism for his attitude, saying baseball is too long and boring in 2014 and just a job in 2024. A buyout would let Rendon retire and free Angels payroll for 2026. A major turning point for Rendon and the Angels.
Discover how spatchcocking a turkey gives evenly cooked golden brown bird in less time than roasting. First, preheat oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Line large rim sheet pan with foil extending 3 inches past both long sides. Then place wire rack on top. Remove giblets and neck from turkey cavity, ensuring empty. Place turkey breast side down on sturdy cutting board. Using sharp kitchen shears, cut along one side of backbone, then opposite side, removing backbone. Press down on breast moving outwards. Flip turkey over. Press breastbone until flat. Position flattened turkey on prepared wire rack. Tuck legs and wings to fit. Overhang with foil. Pat turkey dry with paper towels. Brush with oil. Season for flavorful crust. Roast 1 hour 20 minutes or until thermometer reads 170 degrees in breast and thigh. Let turkey stand 10 minutes before carving to redistribute juices for moist result. Enjoy your perfectly spatchcocked turkey. Delicious, efficient holiday meal. Unlock the secret to perfectly smoked turkey with spatchcocking tips. First, spatchcock turkey by removing backbone and flattening for even cooking. Next, apply dry brine. Air dry uncovered in fridge 12 to 24 hours for crispy skin. Smoke turkey hot and fast, 325 to 375 degrees, not low and slow. Use meat thermometer. Pull turkey at breast 150 to 155 degrees for carryover. Finally, rest turkey 20 to 30 minutes loosely tinted before carving. Follow tips for perfect smoked spatchcocked turkey every time.
The Orioles hired Mike Shildt as minor league instruction coordinator, effective November 26, 2025. Shildt managed St. Louis Cardinals, San Diego Padres, bringing experience. Homecoming for Shildt, an Orioles bat boy. Player-first philosophy bolsters minor league development, nurturing future stars. Hire shows Orioles' commitment to strengthening farm system and future success.
All right, NFL fans, Week 13 is here. The playoff picture intense. Let's dive into leverage. Bills, Ravens, Eagles nearly in at 99%, 98%, 96%. But Packers, Lions, Chiefs at 83%, 81%, 73%. Week 13 games pivotal. Bears, Panthers under 1%, effectively out. Electrifying season finish. Don't miss a snap.
Tonight, we dive into a classic showdown that had wrestling fans on the edge of their seats. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Zack Ryder. The tension was palpable as these two titans clashed, each vying for dominance in the squared circle. Stone Cold slams Ryder down onto the mat with incredible force, a move that echoed through the arena. Ryder struggles to recover, but Stone Cold is relentless, picking him up for another devastating maneuver. Then, the iconic stunner connects. a move that has ended countless matches and solidified legends. Ryder is down, incapacitated, as Stone Cold seizes the moment for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. The referee's hand slaps the mat for the final time, and the bell rings, signaling a decisive victory for Stone Cold Steve Austin. The rattlesnake stands tall, soaking in the adulation of the crowd, a true testament to his enduring legacy. This highlight perfectly captures the intensity and drama that makes professional wrestling so captivating. A moment etched in history, reminding us why we love the sport. What a match! Hey WWE fans, have you ever wondered exactly how the pros and dedicated players approach Universe Mode in WWE 2K games like 2K24? It's one of the most beloved features for building your own wrestling empire. I dove deep into this buzzing Reddit thread on our /WWE Games, with a post titled, "How do you guys play Universe Mode?" sparked tons of responses from the community sharing their strategies and passion. Let's break down the top playstyles and expert tips straight from the thread, covering everything from realistic booking to wild fantasy scenarios and simulation-heavy approaches that keep the game fresh for years. Many fans prioritize realism in their Universe Mode saves, meticulously booking weekly shows like Raw and SmackDown with logical, storyline-driven feuds that mirror the real WWE product, ensuring every match and promo feels authentic and builds tension naturally over time. One standout user example from the thread runs a complete dynasty simulation, patiently promoting mid-carders to stardom over multiple in-game years by carefully managing their pushes. They simulate the bulk of matches to maintain pace, but personally play the pivotal ones, like major title defenses or breakout moments for rising talents such as Gunther or CM Punk encounters. On the flip side, others absolutely love diving into fantasy booking, populating their rosters with custom-created wrestlers or CAWs everywhere, and setting up dream matches week after week, like John Cena versus The Rock in main events that would never happen in reality. These fantasy players build truly epic, long-term storylines packed with shocking betrayals, powerhouse factions forming alliances, and what-if universes bringing back wrestling legends like Seth, freaking Rollins in alternate histories, creating drama that's limited only by your imagination. Simulation and sim heads, as they're called, prefer to let the CPU handle the majority of the action. They expertly set up rosters, divisions, and rivalries up front, then sit back to watch organic stories unfold naturally through unpredictable match outcomes and promos. Key tips from these players include smart injury management to keep stars protected, running draft lotteries for exciting roster shakeups, and performing seasonal resets to inject freshness, preventing the mode from getting stale even after hundreds of shows. Pro tips highlighted in the thread involve tweaking in-game sliders for perfect balance between realism and fun, manually tracking rivalries in a notebook to ensure they evolve properly, and mixing up your programming with special tournaments alongside regular shows for variety. One incredibly dedicated fan shared their long-term saves that span entire decades in-game, chronicling multi-generational careers, and they encourage experimenting with brand splits like Raw versus SmackDown rivalries, or even adding NXT into the mix for a full ecosystem. That's a comprehensive look at how the r/WWE Games community plays Universe Mode, from structured realism to chaotic fantasy and hands-off sims. What's your personal style or favorite tip? Drop it in the comments below, and be sure to check out the full Reddit thread for even more ideas and discussions. If you enjoyed this breakdown of WWE 2K Universe Mode strategies, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into gaming communities and tips, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.
Ray signed Jake Fraley to a $3 million contract, with bonuses up to $400,000. Fraley, drafted by Rays in 2016, returns from Seattle and Cincinnati, showcasing speed and arm strength. This move adds depth to the Rays' outfield, bolstering their roster for the season.
Hey Madden fans, today we're diving deep into an epic Madden 26 rebuild discussion straight from Reddit, specifically a post that sparked massive community engagement. Get ready to uncover some incredible strategies, insightful player picks, and the ultimate challenges that define a truly rewarding franchise mode experience in Madden NFL 26. We'll explore how players approach building a dynasty from the ground up, tackling everything from cap issues to developing young talent, all inspired by the passionate discussions on our /Madden. This isn't just about winning. It's about the journey of transforming a struggling team into a Super Bowl contender, and the Reddit community has laid out some fantastic blueprints for success. The Reddit post, titled Madden 26 Rebuild Team, sparked a massive conversation among franchise mode enthusiasts shortly after the game's release. User Practical, Bit529 initiated this discussion, asking the community for their top team picks for an in-depth, long-term rebuild, setting the stage for some truly fascinating insights and diverse opinions. This question resonated with countless players who, like Practical, Bit529, consider picking a team for a deep rebuild their favorite activity when a new Madden title drops. The thread quickly filled with suggestions, ranging from the most challenging scenarios to those offering a more balanced path to glory, all aimed at creating the ultimate franchise experience in Madden 26. Many users suggested starting with teams like the New Orleans Saints or Tennessee Titans for the hardest challenges, citing severe cap issues and aging rosters that demand a complete overhaul. For instance, the Saints were highlighted for their significant financial constraints, making every roster decision critical. Others opted for moderate rebuilds with teams like the Carolina Panthers, focusing intently on developing young talent such as Bryce Young to turn his career around. The New York Giants were also mentioned, offering a solid defensive line and parts of an offensive line, alongside a clear WR1 and a young quarterback to build around. Even the Arizona Cardinals presented a unique challenge, with users planning to cut Kyler Murray after year one to save substantial cap space, demonstrating the varied approaches to team selection. Rebuilds often come with mid-season challenges that test even the most seasoned Madden players, from unexpected injuries to key players to tough matchups against dominant teams. Players shared experiences of navigating these hurdles, emphasizing the strategic depth required to overcome adversity and keep their franchise on track. These challenges include managing a tight salary cap, dealing with an aging roster, or overcoming deficiencies like a poor offensive line or an inconsistent quarterback. The Reddit thread highlighted how crucial it is to adapt to these unforeseen circumstances, whether it's finding a diamond in the rough through trades or developing backups to step up, all while maintaining the long-term vision for the team's success. Key players and strategic trades were consistently highlighted as crucial for success in any rebuild. Standouts included developing young quarterbacks like Anthony Richardson, often referred to as AR5, or Drake May, who possess immense potential to become franchise cornerstones. Making impactful trades for players to fill critical roster gaps was also a common theme, with users emphasizing the need for realistic, minimal trades, perhaps just 1 or 2 per season. The Detroit Lions were mentioned for their solid foundation and promising prospects, while the New England Patriots, with Drake May and Christian Gonzalez, were seen as having 2 immediate studs to build around, showcasing the importance of both drafting and trading for talent. The community comments highlighted various aspects they loved about the rebuild experience, from the immense satisfaction of turning around a struggling team to the excitement of drafting future stars and watching them develop. One user specifically mentioned the joy of seeing a young prospect like Jalen Milroe, particularly with the Seattle Seahawks, develop into a franchise cornerstone, becoming a true leader and game changer. Other comments celebrated the strategic depth, like the decision to cut Kyler Murray with the Cardinals to free up significant cap space, or the challenge of dismantling a roster like the Tennessee Titans to build anew. These shared experiences underscore the deep engagement and personal investment players have in their Madden franchises. For those looking to try these strategies and elevate their Madden 26 franchise experience, several key tips emerged from the Reddit discussion. One popular approach is to simulate 10 years ahead before starting a rebuild, creating a truly challenging and unique scenario with completely randomized rosters. Another crucial tip involves making minimal trades, perhaps only 1 or 2 per season, to maintain a sense of realism and prevent the game from becoming too easy. Furthermore, many users recommended downloading custom draft classes from the Community Download Center, allowing them to draft quarterbacks and other prospects who aren't yet in the NFL, adding an extra layer of immersion and unpredictability to their rebuilds. These methods offer a fresh perspective on the traditional franchise mode experience, pushing players to think strategically and creatively. So, what's your go-to team for a Madden 26 rebuild? And what specific strategies do you employ to overcome challenges like cap issues or aging rosters? We want to hear about your most satisfying rebuilds, your toughest decisions, and the players who became legends in your franchise. Share your thoughts, team picks, and invaluable tips in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found these insights helpful, and subscribe for more Madden content, including deep dives into community discussions and gameplay strategies. Join our community, and let's keep the Madden 26 rebuild conversation going strong. Hey WWE fans! Have you ever wondered exactly how the pros and dedicated players approach Universe Mode in WWE 2K games like 2K24? It's one of the most beloved features for building your own wrestling empire. I dove deep into this buzzing Reddit thread on our /WWE Games, with a post titled, "How do you guys play Universe Mode?" sparked tons of responses from the community sharing their strategies and passion. Let's break down the top play styles and expert tips straight from the thread, covering everything from realistic booking to wild fantasy scenarios and simulation-heavy approaches that keep the game fresh for years. Many fans prioritize realism in their Universe Mode saves, meticulously booking weekly shows like Raw and SmackDown with logical, storyline-driven feuds that mirror the real WWE product, ensuring every match and promo feels authentic and builds tension naturally over time. One standout user example from the thread runs a complete dynasty simulation, patiently promoting mid-carders to stardom over multiple in-game years by carefully managing their pushes. They simulate the bulk of matches to maintain pace, but personally play the pivotal ones, like major title defenses or breakout moments for rising talents such as Gunther or CM Punk encounters. On the flip side, others absolutely love diving into fantasy booking, populating their rosters with custom-created wrestlers or CAWs everywhere, and setting up dream matches week after week, like John Cena versus The Rock in main events that would never happen in reality. These fantasy players build truly epic, long-term storylines packed with shocking betrayals, powerhouse factions forming alliances, and what-if universes bringing back wrestling legends like Seth, freaking Rollins in alternate histories, creating drama that's limited only by your imagination. Simulation enthusiasts, or sim heads as they're called, prefer to let the CPU handle the majority of the action. They expertly set up rosters, divisions, and rivalries up front, then sit back to watch organic stories unfold naturally through unpredictable match outcomes and promos. Key tips from these players include smart injury management to keep stars protected, running draft lotteries for exciting roster shakeups, and performing seasonal resets to inject freshness, preventing the mode from getting stale even after hundreds of shows. Pro tips highlighted in the thread involve tweaking in-game sliders for perfect balance between realism and fun, manually tracking rivalries in a notebook to ensure they evolve properly, and mixing up your programming with special tournaments alongside regular shows for variety. One incredibly dedicated fan shared their long-term saves that span entire decades in-game, chronicling multi-generational careers, and they encourage experimenting with brand splits like Raw versus SmackDown rivalries, or even adding NXT into the mix for a full ecosystem. That's a comprehensive look at how the r/WWE Games community plays Universe Mode, from structured realism to chaotic fantasy and hands-off sims. What's your personal style or favorite tip? Drop it in the comments below, and be sure to check out the full Reddit thread for even more ideas and discussions. If you enjoyed this breakdown of WWE 2K Universe Mode strategies, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into gaming communities and tips, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Hey WWE fans, are you ready to revolutionize your WWE 2K Universe Mode experience in titles like WWE 2K24 released March 22nd, 2024, and WWE 2K25 on March 14th, 2025? Today, we're diving deep into the r/WWE Games community, a subreddit with over 120,000 members, to uncover some truly unique and creative ways players are making their Universe Mode more engaging and fun. Get ready to be inspired by these top ideas drawn from extensive community discussions. First up, let's talk about the annual draft lottery. Mimicking the real WWE draft, like the one last held in April 2024. Imagine dividing over 200 superstars into 4 to 5 brands via a lottery over 2 weeks, completely resetting rosters yearly for fresh dynamics. Players run 10-plus year dynasties, even trading stars mid-year to keep things unpredictable and exciting. Next, we have historical era recreations, meticulously recreating iconic periods like the Attitude Era from 1997 to 2002 with over 100 matches, or the Ruthless Aggression Era from 2002 to 2008. You can roster 50 to 60 stars per era, booking accurate pay-per-views like Survivor Series featuring Epic 5 on 5 elimination matches, such as Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock at WrestleMania 17. How about Fantasy Interpromotion Wars? Pit WWE against AEW or NJPW by importing over 100 custom-created wrestlers, known as CAWs. Book intense invasion angles spanning 6 months, culminating in a massive 10-match Super Show premium live event, simulating a 30,000-seat arena crowd with high-energy chaos. For tag team enthusiasts, strict tag team division rules offer a unique challenge. Enforce a no singles until tag lost rule for over 20 teams, host quarterly 16-team tournaments, and track more than 50 tag matches per year. This elevates undercard teams like the Street Profits to main event status with thrilling tandem maneuvers. Then there's long-term dynasty builds. Start with 10 independent wrestlers in the year 2000 and gradually grow your promotion to WW level over 20 in-game years. Promote 5 stars annually based on win rates above 70% and retire 10 legends each decade, building a truly epic legacy from small indie roots. Custom PPV calendars allow you to replace the 12 standard premium live events with 15 uniquely themed events, such as a global gauntlet featuring a 30-man battle royal. Sync these events with real-world dates, like WrestleMania in April, simulating an 80,000 attendee crowd for maximum authenticity. The Women's Division Spotlight focuses on an all-women's brand with a roster of over 40 superstars. Simulate events like the Evolution PLE from 2018, booking 25 weekly shows per year and intense rivalries, such as Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley spanning over 100 days of heated competition. For a truly immersive experience, try the real-world prediction mode. Book exact 2024 to 2025 WWE cards, including 52 Raws and 52 SmackDowns, but alter the outcomes for fun twists. Track your accuracy over 6 months and adjust AI sliders to achieve a 60% simulation predictability, making every match feel like a real-world prediction challenge. Finally, consider the hire/fire mechanic overhaul. This involves firing underperforming wrestlers with less than 40% wins after 50 matches and scouting 30 free agents annually. The goal is to build your ultimate dream roster over 5 years from 100 new hires, creating a dynamic and constantly evolving promotion. Which of these incredible universe mode ideas will you be trying out in your next WWE 2K playthrough, whether in WWE 2K24 or 2K25? The creativity from the r/WWE Games community is truly inspiring, offering endless possibilities to keep your wrestling world fresh, exciting, and full of surprises. Share your thoughts and your own unique tips in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more WWE 2K tips, tricks, and community highlights from our /WWE games, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You can find a link to the original Reddit thread and more resources in the description. Until next time, keep creating those epic wrestling sagas in universe mode.
Welcome to this deep dive into Far Cry, the groundbreaking first-person shooter that redefined open-world action. Developed by the German studio Crytek and published by Ubisoft, Far Cry was released in 2004, setting a new standard for the genre. The game plunges players into a remote tropical archipelago in the Pacific Ocean, where they embody Jack Carver, a former U.S. Special Forces operative turned mercenary boat captain. His journey quickly spirals into a desperate fight for survival as he uncovers a sinister plot involving advanced genetic experiments. This video will explore the game's compelling story, innovative gameplay mechanics, detailed development, and its significant lasting impact on the gaming world. Prepare to revisit the origins of a legendary franchise that pushed the boundaries of what was possible, captivating players with stunning visuals and immersive experience. The story kicks off with Jack Carver hired to transport scientist Dr. Elaine Stein to a research facility, a seemingly routine job that quickly turns perilous. His yacht is brutally attacked by mercenaries from a private military company, leaving him stranded and fighting for his life on the mysterious islands. Washed ashore, Jack soon teams up with the resourceful journalist Valerie Constantine, and together they investigate the unsettling events unfolding around them. Their investigation leads them to the eccentric German scientist, Dr. Manfred Krieger, who is conducting horrifying genetic experiments. Krieger is not just creating super soldiers. He's developing a potent mutagen called Trigen that transforms humans into aggressive, monstrous mutants. The narrative, rich with themes of genetic engineering, corporate greed, and survival, unfolds across 15 chapters or missions. These missions masterfully blend intense stealth, visceral combat, and open-world exploration, offering players a non-linear path through a truly dangerous paradise, with key antagonists like Krieger driving the suspense. Far Cry's gameplay is a true hallmark of the first-person shooter genre, emphasizing open-world action and player freedom. Players control Jack Carver in a first-person view, wielding a diverse arsenal of weapons, from pistols and MP5 submachine guns to M60 machine guns and OICW assault rifles with grenade launchers for intense firefights. The revolutionary CryEngine powered dynamic environments with destructible foliage and advanced artificial intelligence. This AI was groundbreaking, with enemies communicating, flanking players, and effectively using cover, often engaging in encounters with over 20 AI enemies at once. The expansive open-world elements allow players to explore 5 main islands, totaling over 20 square kilometers, utilizing various vehicles like jeeps, boats, and helicopters for rapid traversal. Players can choose between a stealthy approach, using silenced weapons and environmental hiding, or an all-out assault. The innovative health system features a regenerating health bar, divided into segments that heal over time, a mechanic that profoundly influenced many future games. Developed by the German studio Crytek, founded by brothers Cevat, Avni, and Farouk Yerli, Far Cry was built upon the groundbreaking CryEngine. Development began in 2001, with the CryEngine built from scratch in just 18 months, showcasing advanced graphics like real-time lighting, dynamic shadows, and destructible environments. This proprietary engine was one of the first to render vast outdoor areas with incredibly detailed foliage, boasting over 100,000 plants per level, alongside stunning water effects. Initially conceived as a sequel to a previous project, the game evolved into a standalone title published by Ubisoft. With a budget of approximately €4 million, Far Cry was officially released for Microsoft Windows on March 23, 2004, in North America, followed by Europe on March 26th. While praised for its revolutionary visuals and technical prowess, it also faced criticism for its demanding hardware requirements, necessitating a minimum of a Pentium 4 1.5 GHz processor, 256 MB RAM, and a GeForce 3 or Radeon 8500 GPU. Far Cry received widespread critical acclaim, earning a 91 out of 100 on Metacritic from 38 reviews. Critics praised its groundbreaking graphics, sophisticated AI, and the unprecedented freedom it offered players in its expansive open world. While lauded, some criticisms emerged regarding repetitive gameplay and difficulty spikes. Despite this, the game's innovative design led it to win prestigious awards, including Game of the Year from PC Gamer. Commercially, Far Cry was a resounding success, selling over 730,000 copies in its first month and exceeding 2.5 million units by 2006. This popularity spawned a massive franchise, including 6 main sequels from Far Cry 2 in 2008 to Far Cry 6 in 2021 and numerous spin-offs. Its pioneering open-world FPS action not only paved the way for its own successful series, but also profoundly influenced other major titles, such as Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed in 2007 and countless modern shooters. In conclusion, Far Cry remains an undeniable classic that profoundly pushed the boundaries of what was possible in video games, particularly within the first-person shooter genre. Its innovative CryEngine delivered visuals and environmental interactivity that were years ahead of its time, establishing a new benchmark for graphical fidelity and open-world design. The game's compelling narrative, featuring Jack Carver's desperate struggle against Dr. Krieger's genetic experiments, combined with its groundbreaking AI and expansive gameplay, created an unforgettable experience. Whether you are a longtime fan who remembers its 2004 release or someone new to the series looking to explore its origins, Far Cry is absolutely worth revisiting. It stands as a testament to Crytek's vision and Ubisoft's publishing prowess, a foundational title that not only launched a hugely successful franchise, but also left an indelible mark on the entire gaming landscape, influencing countless titles that followed. Thank you for watching this deep dive into a true gaming legend. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please remember to like this video and subscribe for more game analyses.
In 2001, the XFL emerged as a bold, short-lived professional American football league, a joint venture between the World Wrestling Federation and NBC. Announced in 2000 by Vince McMahon and Dick Ebersol, its goal was to capture post-NFL season interest, launching right after Super Bowl 35. Promoted as Smash Mouth Football, the league aimed for rougher play with fewer rules, blending legitimate competition with wrestling-inspired elements. These elements included kayfabe, suggestively dressed cheerleaders, and trash-talking announcers, all while emphasizing genuine athletic contests. Unlike the NFL's franchise model, the XFL operated as a single-entity league with all 8 teams centrally owned. Teams were divided into Eastern and Western divisions, featuring cities like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Other markets included former USFL and CFL sites such as Birmingham, Memphis, Orlando, and Las Vegas. The player draft occurred in October 2000, initially selecting 475 players, followed by a supplemental draft in December. Player salaries were standardized, with quarterbacks earning $5,000 per week and other positions receiving $4,500. Bonuses were also offered for wins, playoff appearances, and a substantial $1 million prize for the championship team. The 10-week regular season ran without byes, with each team playing division rivals twice and other division teams once. Injuries plagued the league, with only 3 opening quarterbacks finishing the season as starters. The Western Division proved highly competitive, while the Eastern Division saw Orlando start strong before a key injury. Playoffs featured cross-division semifinals, leading to the $1 million game championship. The Los Angeles Extreme defeated the San Francisco Demons 38-6 in the championship game at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. The XFL introduced several innovations, starting with the opening scramble instead of a coin toss. This scramble from the 30-yard line to the 50 determined possession, famously causing an injury in Week 1. Other rule changes included no PAT kicks, with 1-point conversions from the 2-yard line, later adding 2 and 3-point options. Overtime began from the 20-yard line with no first downs, featuring alternating possessions. The league also allowed unrestricted bump-and-run coverage, later limited to 5 yards, and forward motion for 1 lineman. Hunting rules banned out-of-bounds kicks, allowed recovery after 25 yards, and eliminated fair catches. A 5-yard danger zone protected returners, and the play clock was set at 35 seconds. Rosters were limited to 38 players, and players famously wore nicknames on their jerseys, like Rod Smart's "He Hate Me." The XFL used black Spalding game balls with a red X, initially slippery but later fixed with sandpaper. All games were played on grass stadiums, avoiding artificial turf. Broadcast innovations included on-player mics, Skycam, and huddle cams, offering viewers unprecedented access. NBC, UPN, and TNN aired games, featuring WWF announcers like Jesse Ventura and Jim Ross alongside sportscasters. Opening night drew an impressive 14 million viewers, but ratings plummeted sharply in subsequent weeks. The league faced criticism for poor play quality, its strong ties to wrestling, and a tawdry presentation. Average attendance was 22,308, with San Francisco leading at 35,005 and Chicago having the lowest at 15,710. Tommy Maddox of Los Angeles led in passing yards and touchdowns, earning the MVP title. John Avery of Chicago led in rushing yards, and Stepfret Williams of Birmingham topped receiving yards. Despite pioneering technologies like the Skycam, later adopted by the NFL, the league folded after just one season. Low ratings and NBC's exit, citing Olympic scheduling, contributed to its demise. Vince McMahon ceased operations in May 2001, resulting in a $35 million loss for NBC. The XFL's legacy includes notable players like Tommy Maddox, who later started for the Steelers, and Rod Smart. Its story was even chronicled in a 2017 ESPN 30 for 30 documentary. A 2020 revival by McMahon, without the wrestling elements, lasted only one abbreviated season before its sale to Dwayne Johnson. The 2001 XFL remains a fascinating chapter in sports history, a testament to bull innovation.
Bleacher Report proposes Lakers, Bulls, Mavericks trade shakeup. 32-year-old Anthony Davis to Chicago Bulls from Lakers. Dallas gets Vucevic, White, Herter, 2028 first-round pick, 2029 swap. Davis anchors Bulls defense. Lob threat for Giddey, Buzelis. Mavericks reset around Flag. Lively 2, gaining flexibility, assets. Chicago gains superstar. Dallas builds youth, future assets.
NBA trade rumors heating up. Daniel Gafford tradable, Dallas rejects offers over injuries. Kyrie Irving recovering ACL tear valued by Mavericks. Ja Morant's play and injury fuel speculation. LaMelo Ball denies frustration Hornets hear offers. Davis 10-time All-Star generates buzz.
Breaking NBA trade rumors heating up as February 2025 deadline approaches. Clippers interested in DeMar DeRozan. Davis's future with Mavericks uncertain due to injury and contract. Ja Morant's situation with Grizzlies sparks trade speculation. Stay tuned for more updates. In a lighthearted White House tradition, President Trump has pardoned the Thanksgiving turkey. Named Gobble and Waddle, the turkeys were spared from the holiday table amid humorous remarks from the president. This annual event kicks off the holiday season. Stay tuned for more updates.
Recent SE Car Gurus shares. This $8.094 million acquisition signals growing interest in online automotive marketplace. Stay tuned for updates on institutional investments. This is your financial news brief.
Thanksgiving 2025 sets a record for U.S. travel. AAA forecasts 81.8 million Americans journeying 50 or more miles from home, making it busier than Memorial Day or July 4th for travel. Post-Thanksgiving Sunday expects the year's peak travel day. Prepare for busy airports and congested roads.
Breaking news from Ethiopia. The Haile Gubi volcano has erupted for the first 1,000 years, located in the remote Erta Ale volcanic complex in the Danakil Depression. Scientists detected the eruption through satellite imagery, revealing new fissures and lava flows. This event marks a rare awakening in one of the world's most inhospitable regions, known for its extreme heat and volcanic activity. While no immediate threats to nearby populations are reported, experts are monitoring for potential ash plumes and seismic activity. Stay tuned for updates on this historic natural event.
Alphabet stock surged 13% to $142 post. Q3, market cap $1.76 trillion. Google, YouTube, Cloud narrowed gap with Microsoft, Apple. Google Cloud revenue grew 26% to $8.4 billion fueled by AI. Alphabet beat EPS, highlighting Magnificent Seven dominance.
Get ready for a Thanksgiving Day showdown as the Dallas Cowboys host the Kansas City Chiefs in 2025. This matchup kicks off on November 27th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time at AT&T Stadium, live on CBS and Paramount+. The 5-5-1 Cowboys boast strong Thanksgiving history, winning last 3 by average 16.7 points. Kansas City at 6-5 beat Colts without Mahomes' touchdown pass, highlighting versatile offense via Kareem Hunt's 100-yard rushing. Chiefs favored by 3 points. Moneyline minus 179, Cowboys plus 149. Over under 52 points. Sportsline model leans over, predicting spread side hits in over 50% simulations. Don't miss this Thanksgiving clash between two NFL powerhouses.
Ravens injury report ahead of Thanksgiving versus Bengals. Lamar Jackson missed practice with toe. Harbaugh says good. Hamilton and Jones out with ankles. Hamilton has chance to play. Bateman and Martin returned limited, boosting offense.
John Madden, NFL legend, shaped Thanksgiving football traditions. From Super Bowl coach to broadcaster, his energy captivated millions. In 29 Thanksgiving broadcasts, Madden made the holiday unforgettable. His legacy inspires the Madden Thanksgiving Classic and video game.
In 1969, Major League Baseball welcomed a new team to the American League, the Seattle Pilots, a franchise whose brief one-season existence left an indelible mark on baseball history, emerging from the league's expansion efforts in the late 1960s to bring professional ball to new cities after the departure of teams like the Braves from Milwaukee in 1965. Seattle had long awaited a professional baseball team since the minor league days of the Rainiers in the Pacific Coast League, finally securing an expansion franchise after the Braves' departure left the city eager for MLB, with ownership led by William R. Daley as the largest shareholder, holding 47%, and Dewey Soriano, a former Rainiers pitcher and PCL president, heading Pacific Northwest Sports Incorporated. The expansion was accelerated from 1971 to 1969 due to intense political pressure from Missouri Senator Stuart Symington, who demanded baseball return to Kansas City after the Athletics moved to Oakland in 1967, thus pairing Seattle with the new Kansas City Royals for balance, and the team's name Pilots. Honored Soriano's past as a harbor pilot, as well as Seattle's strong aviation heritage, with colors of royal blue, gold, and white featuring a red-helmed baseball logo. The Pilots roster was assembled through the 1968 expansion draft from existing AL teams, acquiring key pitchers like Diego Segui, who posted a 12-13 record with a 4.14 ERA, and Jim Bouton, who went 2-1 with a 5.69 ERA, before being traded to the Houston Astros and later authoring the revealing book Ball 4 that exposed the inner workings of baseball. Key hitters included Tommy Davis batting .271 with 6 home runs, Steve Hovley at .244, John Kennedy with .224, and outfielder Marty Martinez, while Joe Schultz Jr., a coach from the 1967 world champion St. Louis Cardinals, took the helm as manager, bringing his experience to the fledgling squad alongside general manager Marvin Milks from the California Angels. The team's home was the hastily expanded Six Stadium, originally a minor league park that was upgraded from 11,000 to about 18,000 to 19,500 seats by opening day, but fell short of the promised 30,000 capacity, proving inadequate for Major League Baseball with persistent issues like low water pressure in the showers after the 7th inning and a scoreboard installed just before the opener, eventually reaching 25,000 seats by June. Despite a promising opening day 4-1 win over the California Angels on April 8, 1969, and a successful home opener, the Pilots struggled through their inaugural season at Six Stadium, finishing last in the AL West with a dismal 64-98 record, 33 games behind the Minnesota Twins and just ahead of the Cleveland Indians' 62-99 mark. After staying within 6 games of first as late as June 28th, but suffering slumps like 9-20 in July and 6-22 in August, Jim Bouton's candid diary-turned book, Ball 4, published in 1970, offered a unique behind-the-scenes look at the team's low morale, clubhouse antics, and manager Schultz's unconventional laid-back style, including his famous advice to players to pound the beer after games and reminders like "don't swing at the first pitch," revealing the gritty underbelly of MLB life during that turbulent season. Financial woes quickly mounted for the Pilots, underfinanced from the start with no initial local partners or TV deal, leading to losses of several $100,000, as ownership debts exceeded $3 million, including a secret $3.50 to $4 million loan from the Bank of California that was called in late 1969, compounded by low attendance 8,268 per game for a total of 677,944 fans, ranking 20th out of 24 MLB teams. Attempts to find local buyers repeatedly failed, as potential deals with groups led by local businessman Fred Dans, attorney Dave Cohn, and hotelier Eddie Carlson offering around $10 million collapsed due to funding shortfalls, resistance from other American League owners to nonprofit structures, and the team's ongoing financial instability by the end of the season. By late 1969, with the season wrapping up, owner William Daley refused to provide further funding amid mounting pressures, leading to secret negotiations with Bud Selig and his Milwaukee-based group, who had been pushing to bring MLB back to the city since the Braves' departure to Atlanta in 1965, culminating in a $10.8 million sale agreement announced during Game 1 of the 1969 World Series. Despite delays pressured by Washington Senators Warren Henry Scoop Jackson advocating for Seattle, on March 31, 1970, just days before the scheduled opening day, and with equipment already packed and waiting in Provo, Utah, the Pilots' ownership filed for bankruptcy citing debts over immediate payroll, allowing the American League to seize control, approve relocation, and reroute the team's assets to Milwaukee. The team officially became the Milwaukee Brewers on April 1, 1970, inheriting the Pilots' AL West slot, which meant long road trips until a 1972 shift to the AL East, along with their royal blue and gold uniforms, originally intended to be navy and red but unchanged due to the Rush timeline, and even appearing as Pilots on 1970 Topps baseball cards. Seattle fans, left devastated and angry by the sudden departure after just one season, responded by having the city, King County, and Attorney General Slade Gorton file a lawsuit in 1970 for breach of contract, which was settled in 1976 and eventually paved the way for the creation of the Seattle Mariners as an expansion team in 1977, owned by a consortium led by entertainer Danny Kaye with initial blue and gold colors. The Pilots' remarkable one-season saga in 1969, forever immortalized in Jim Bouton's groundbreaking Ball 4 and later books like Kenneth Hogan's The 1969 Seattle Pilots from 2006 and Bill Mullen's Becoming Big League from 2013, stands as a unique and cautionary footnote in baseball history, highlighting the pitfalls of rapid MLB expansion, stadium politics, and the challenges of new franchises. Their intriguing story continues to fascinate baseball enthusiasts and historians alike, serving as a vivid reminder of the unpredictable and often dramatic journey of America's pastime, from minor league roots to major league dreams, and underscoring Seattle's ultimate perseverance in securing a lasting MLB presence with the Mariners.
The Lions-Packers rivalry is one of the NFL's oldest and most intense, dating back to 1930. These NFC North foes have clashed over 180 times. Notable games include the 1991 NFC Championship, where the Lions upset the Packers, and the Packers' dominant playoff wins in the 90s. Barry Sanders and Brett Favre defined eras of this battle. Today, it remains fierce with recent playoff heartbreaks for Detroit. This rivalry embodies the grit of the Midwest, fueling fan passion across generations. The Lions-Packers saga continues to deliver drama on the gridiron.
Welcome, sci-fi fans and new viewers, to an exploration of Farscape, the acclaimed Australian-American science fiction series that redefines space opera. Created by Rockne S. O'Bannon and co-produced by the Jim Henson Company, Farscape originally aired on Australia's Nine Network and the US Sci-Fi Channel starting March 19, 1999. Spanning 4 seasons with 88 episodes, the show was known for its groundbreaking animatronic puppets from Henson's Creature Shop, including iconic characters like Rigel and Pilot. Set in a distant part of the Milky Way, Farscape follows a diverse crew of interstellar fugitives aboard Moya, a living biomechanical Leviathan spaceship, as they evade the militaristic peacekeepers. The story begins with John Crichton, a present-day American astronaut who accidentally enters a wormhole during a test flight of his Farscape, one module on July 16, 1999. He's hurtled into uncharted space, colliding with a peacekeeper prowler and inadvertently killing Captain Bialar Craze's brother, sparking a relentless pursuit. Crichton joins Moya's escaping prisoners, Ka Dargo, a Luxan warrior, and Payu Zoto Jean, a Delvian priestess and empath. Also aboard is Domina Rigel 16, a deposed Hynerian emperor, and Moya is piloted by the symbiotic pilot. Soon, Peacekeeper Officer Aaron's son joins the crew after being contaminated by proximity to Crichton, stripping her rank and marking her for death. Season 1 introduces the crew's backstories and conflicts, with Dargo seeking his son Jadhi and Jean suppressing her dark side. Shiana, a rebellious Nabari thief, joins as a recurring character, and Moya becomes pregnant, birthing Talon, a hybrid gunship. Crichton researches wormholes, encountering ancients, and the season ends with his capture by Scorpius, a half-Sebastian, half-Scaran antagonist. Scorpius, obsessed with wormhole weapons, implants a neural chip with his clone Harvey in Crichton's brain. Season 2 escalates pursuits, with Crichton navigating alliances, including a forced marriage to a Sebastian princess. Relationships deepen, with Aaron growing jealous and admitting love, and Dargo and Shiana starting a passionate affair. Jean protects Moya as a divine task, and the crew robs a bank to free Jadhi, but Crichton surrenders to Scorpius. A rescue damages Moya, and at a medical colony, Harvey seemingly kills Aaron, driving Crichton mad until the chip's removal reveals wormhole knowledge. Season 3 sees Crichton revived with Interon biology, and Jean sacrifices herself to save Aaron. Jules, an arrogant Interon scientist who screams melt metal, joins the crew, and a cloning mishap creates two Crichtons. The crew splits, with Moya facing internal tensions and Shiana's precognition, while Talon battles Aaron's. Crichton destroys a Scaran ship using wormhole tech, but dies from radiation, later revived. Scorpius's project is sabotaged when Kray's and Talon starburst inside a command carrier, killing thousands. The crew scatters, but Aaron's pregnancy and a wormhole trap Crichton alone. Season 4 reunites the crew with additions like Sikozu, a Kalish spy, and Norantai, a 293-cycle old Trascan herbalist. Artifacts link humans, Sebastians, and Interons. An Earth contact post, 9/11 reveals paranoia. Crichton leaves after an attack kills friends, leaving tech on the moon for humanity's future. Aaron's capture leads to Scorpius's aid. They rescue her from Scarans at Katratzi base, sparking riots and a nuclear blast. Scarans attack Earth for Strelitzia plants. Crichton destroys the wormhole home, stranding himself. On Hyneria, Aaron reveals the baby's release. They plan marriage amid an attack. The 2004 miniseries, Farscape, The Peacekeeper Wars, resolves the cliffhanger, with Eidolons reviving Crichton and Aaron. Scorpius starts a war, but peace is brokered via Eidolan empathy, leading to Crichton and Aaron's marriage and the birth of their son, Dargo. Farscape won 3 Saturn Awards for Best Syndicated/Cable Series and is consistently ranked among the top cult shows. Its serialized arcs, character growth, feminist themes, and Henson puppets make it a bold, trippy space opera blending adventure, romance, and wormhole arms races. Perfect for sci-fi fans seeking emotional depth beyond typical tropes, Farscape remains a beloved and influential series. Welcome, wrestling fans, to a deep dive into one of WWE's most unique and, at times, truly bizarre creations, The Livewire Show, which revolutionized fan interaction in the mid-1990s. Launched in September 1996 on the USA Network, Livewire emerged during a pivotal era for WWE, then known as WWF, right in the heart of the intense Monday night wars against WCW. This innovative program allowed fans to call in via phone lines, directly asking questions about WWE's in-ring action, like match outcomes, and behind-the-scenes operations, such as training routines and storylines. It was a groundbreaking concept that predated the internet's widespread dominance in wrestling fandom, specifically catering to a growing interest in the insider aspects of the business, like wrestler contracts and creative decisions. Livewire became a weekly broadcast in early 1997, airing alongside Monday Night Raw on the USA Network until 2000, before it followed Raw to TNN, known then as the National Network. The show ran for nearly 5 years, from its 1996 debut until concluding its run in 2001, leaving a distinct and memorable mark on WWE's programming history during a transformative period. In 1996, WWE was undergoing significant changes to compete with WCW's surging popularity, which was fueled by the explosive New World Order faction led by Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash. Key events that year included Shawn Michaels' first WWE Championship reign, starting at WrestleMania 12, and the emergence of Stone Cold Steve Austin as a rebellious anti-hero. These developments laid the groundwork for the Attitude Era, which officially began in 1997 with edgier storylines. But Livewire exemplified the move toward reality-based, edgier content by breaking the fourth wall. Unlike traditional WWE shows with scripted matches in a ring, Livewire was a live studio production without a wrestling ring, hosted in a Connecticut studio for a more conversational feel. It featured recaps of recent WWE TV events from Raw and pay-per-views, superstar appearances where wrestlers like The Rock cut intense promos, and unfiltered fan interactions via live calls. The show often relied on shock value for entertainment, such as heated debates or surprise announcements, which became a hallmark of the evolving wrestling landscape in the late 1990s. Notable hosts included Todd Pettengill with his energetic style, Michael Hayes as a colorful commentator, Michael Cole for play-by-play, Vince Russo for creative insights, and Jim Ross with his southern drawl. Even Vince McMahon himself made appearances, often in his authoritative role, adding to the show's eclectic mix of personalities and blurring the lines between on-screen and off-screen authority. One memorable moment in late 1996 saw Farouk, portrayed by Ron Simmons, debut the controversial Nation of Domination faction on the show, introducing themes of racial tension and rebellion. This marked a significant storyline introduction that carried over to other programs, showcasing Livewire's role in advancing WWE narratives and building long-term feuds. An October 1996 episode featured ECW owner Paul Heyman prank calling as Bruce from Connecticut to criticize WWE's creative direction, mocking their booking decisions in a humorous yet pointed way. This incident highlighted the real-life tensions between WWF and ECW during the late 1990s, blurring the lines between kayfabe, the scripted reality, and actual industry rivalries. Another highlight from early 1997 involved Jim Ross and Vince Russo openly critiquing WCW's Hulk Hogan vs. Roddy Piper match at Starrcade 1996, calling out its controversial finish and slow pacing. This bold move reflected WWF's competitive edge and willingness to directly challenge its rivals on air, using Livewire as a platform to gain psychological advantage in the ratings war. Livewire's bizarre reputation stemmed from its unpredictable, interactive format, blending fan Q&A sessions with wrestler antics like impromptu challenges and industry commentary on current events. This felt raw and unfiltered compared to the era's more cartoonish programming from the 1980s, offering a fresh perspective that appealed to a maturing audience seeking authenticity. It was WWE's first truly interactive show, fostering fan engagement through direct calls and questions, and paving the way for modern insider content like WWE Network specials and podcasts. By shifting from 1980s over-the-top characters like Hulk Hogan's heroic persona to more real presentations with anti-heroes, Livewire helped WWE evolve its storytelling approach. It contributed significantly to WWE's survival and eventual dominance in the highly competitive Attitude Era, helping secure higher ratings and fan loyalty against WCW's challenge. Livewire was more than just a wrestling show. It was a cultural touchstone that reflected the changing landscape of professional wrestling, from rigid scripts to fan-driven narratives. Its legacy lives on in the interactive elements we see in today's wrestling media, from podcasts hosted by wrestlers to social media Q&As and live Twitch streams. The show proved that fans craved a deeper connection to the wrestling world, beyond just the matches themselves, including insights into injuries, travels, and personal stories. It was a bold experiment that paid off handsomely, helping to usher in an era of unprecedented popularity for WWE, culminating in the Monday Night Wars victory. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the fascinating history of WWE Livewire, a truly bizarre yet pivotal show that changed how fans connect with their favorite superstars. Welcome, wrestling fans, to a deep dive into a pivotal yet often overlooked piece of WWE history. WWF Shotgun Saturday Night. A groundbreaking professional wrestling television program, Shotgun Saturday Night aired from January 4th, 1997 to August 21st, 1999. It was a syndicated broadcast, with each episode running for a full 60 minutes, offering a unique weekly wrestling experience. Targeted at a more adult-oriented audience, it debuted as an experimental, edgier alternative to WWF's standard programming. Initially, it was broadcast live from New York City nightlife venues, starting at 11 p.m. on Saturday nights. The premiere episode on January 4th, 1997, at the Mirage nightclub featured a memorable moment. Marlena, valet to Goldust, climbed the ring apron during his match against the Sultan, revealing pasties and distracting the Sultan. This incident led to Goldust's victory and foreshadowed the WWF shift toward more provocative content in the late 1990s Attitude Era. Another iconic segment involved WWF personality Sonny teasing a home sex tape, which humorously culminated in a skit with a Fondle Me Elmo toy. Subsequent episodes aired from various New York locations, including the All-Star Cafe in Times Square and New York Penn Station. Due to confined spaces, the show used a smaller-than-standard ring, with all 3 ropes taped in yellow. This unique feature was not seen again until WWE's NXT in 2010, showcasing Shotgun's innovative approach. After only 7 episodes, by March 1997, the nightclub format was abandoned amid logistical challenges. The program transitioned to pre-taped arena matches, often filmed before or after Monday Night Raw events. Repackaged as a B-show, it replaced WWF Superstars, focusing on mid-card and low-card talent. It also provided recaps of the now 2-hour Raw, serving as a platform for up-and-coming wrestlers. The show ran for approximately 135 episodes before being replaced by WWF Jakked in 1999. Jakked continued the syndicated format until 2002, building on Shotgun's legacy. Commentators evolved over time, starting with Vince McMahon and Sonny. Later, Jim Ross and Brian Pillman took over until mid-1997, when Pillman was removed after a staged incident. Other voices included Kevin Kelly, Michael Cole, Jim Cornette, and Vince Russo, with a one-time guest appearance by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Its significance lies in pioneering WWF's edgier direction, influencing the Attitude Era's mature themes. It also provided essential exposure for undercard stars during a transitional period in wrestling history. Alternate versions included the family-friendly WWF Shotgun Challenge, later known as WWF Shotgun and WWF Metal. International broadcasts on WWF Superstars featured Michael Cole, Kevin Kelly, and later Gorilla Monsoon. Regional variants like WWF New York on WPX and WPXN TV aired in the New York market, often in late-night slots. A short-lived 11, a live version in February 1998 featured altered commentary, adding to the show's varied history. WWF Shotgun also aired in the Wisconsin market on WLUK-TV from late 1997, featuring Green Bay-specific promos. The final episode on August 21st, 1999, hosted by Michael Hayes, previewed WrestleMania 14. WWF Shotgun Saturday Night truly encapsulates a pivotal, innovative chapter in WWE's evolution, blending experimentation with traditional wrestling storytelling.
Welcome back to SportsCenter. Folks, tonight we're diving deep into a gridiron classic from 2025, the Indianapolis Colts battling the Kansas City Chiefs. It was a clash of titans, a game that had playoff implications written all over it from the opening kickoff. The Chiefs, led by their dynamic quarterback, started strong, driving down the field with precision and power. A spectacular deep pass to their star wide receiver put the first points on the board, electrifying the home crowd. But the Colts, known for their resilience, quickly answered, showcasing their potent ground game. Their powerful running back broke through the line for a significant gain, setting up a crucial scoring opportunity. The first quarter ended with both teams trading blows, a clear indication of the battle ahead. As we moved into the second quarter, the Chiefs' defense stepped up, putting immense pressure on the Colts quarterback. A key interception by their veteran safety shifted the momentum, giving Kansas City excellent field position. They capitalized on the turnover with a short field goal, extending their lead. The Colts, however, refused to back down, orchestrating a methodical drive just before halftime. Their tight end made a crucial catch over the middle, showcasing his reliable hands under pressure. This set up a game-tying touchdown pass as the clock expired, sending both teams into the locker room deadlocked. The second half began with renewed intensity, as both offenses looked to gain an edge. The Colts defense, inspired by their late first half score, came out firing, forcing a quick 3-and-out. Their defensive end recorded a monstrous sack, pushing the Chiefs out of field goal range. Indianapolis then marched down the field, culminating in another touchdown run by their star back. He powered through multiple defenders, crossing the goal line with sheer determination. The Chiefs responded with a long, sustained drive, showcasing their ability to convert on third downs. Their quarterback connected with various receivers, spreading the ball around and keeping the Colts' defense guessing. A crucial fourth down conversion kept their hopes alive deep in Colts territory. They eventually punched it in for a touchdown, tying the game once again as the third quarter concluded. The fourth quarter was a nail-biter, with both teams exchanging punts and defensive stops. With just minutes left, the Chiefs quarterback led a masterful 2-minute drill. He scrambled out of the pocket, extending the play and finding an open receiver along the sideline. This incredible play put them in range for a game-winning field goal attempt. The kick was up, and it was good. The Chiefs took the lead with mere seconds remaining. The Colts had one last chance, but their Hail Mary attempt fell incomplete as time expired. What a game, folks! The Kansas City Chiefs emerged victorious in a thrilling contest against the Indianapolis Colts. This one will be talked about for years to come, a true testament to the excitement of NFL football. That's all for tonight's SportsCenter, Gettable Moments. Welcome, Madden players, to an franchise building strategies, drawing insights from experienced community members. Our journey begins with establishing a strong foundation, identifying and building around core players who will become the backbone of your team. Consider franchise staples like Nick Chubb, Myles Garrett, and Denzel Ward for the Browns, players you can build your entire dynasty around. These elite players, even into their early 30s, can maintain 99 OVR and be re-signed to long-term deals, retiring as legends. The key is to identify 3 to 5 such players early and ensure your cap space allows for their top dollar extensions. Now, let's dive into the art of drafting and trading, where exploiting the CPU's weaknesses can give you a significant edge. The CPU often makes questionable draft choices, like picking a first-round quarterback when an 83 OVR starter is already on the roster. Your strategy should be to build players on 4-year rookie contracts, developing them, and then trading them in their final year. Aim for an extra first-round pick each year, trading it for a second and third-round pick unless a specific target player is available. Late first-round picks, like the 31st or 32nd, can yield steals, such as an 82 OVR quarterback, providing excellent trade bait. Draft backup quarterbacks in rounds 2 or 3, playing them in blowouts to inflate their OVR for future trades. Low-speed linebackers, those 85 or below, can be converted to defensive ends opposite your star pass rusher for cleanup sacks, then boosted and traded. This strategy often results in frequent Rookie of the Year honors, providing a constant stream of superstars to develop and eventually trade. Players in their final rookie year are prime trade bait, fetching extra second or third round picks to fuel your draft machine. Next, let's optimize your roster with position-specific builds, prioritizing speed and physicality to dominate the field. For linebackers, target players with 88+ speed to effectively run a base 4-3 defense without needing nickel packages. Cornerbacks require a minimum of 90+ speed to keep up with the league's fastest receivers. Draft big wide receivers, 6 feet 2 inches and 220 pounds or more, and convert them to tight ends for incredible mismatches against linebackers and safeties. For offensive linemen, strength is paramount, and positions are often interchangeable regardless of their original draft spot. Avoid free agency for high-value players, except for 70s OVR offensive line depth or low OVR potentials with high speed. Rebuild primarily through the draft, rarely re-signing players beyond exceptions like a star-free safety or offensive tackle. Limit contracts over $20 million to avoid cap hell and maintain financial flexibility. Effective contract and cap management is crucial for sustained success, allowing you to retain stars while drafting successors. By focusing on rookies and short-term boosts, you can maintain massive cap space, even in later seasons like 2028. Now, let's talk about gameplay and difficulty adjustments to keep your franchise engaging and challenging. Play regular season games on Rookie for fun, easily beating the CPU, but switch to All-Pro against top teams for a true challenge. Save All-Pro difficulty for playoffs and a Super Bowl, ensuring those crucial games feel earned. Avoid All-Madden difficulty, as the CPU often cheats, leading to frustrating and unrealistic outcomes. Finally, understanding offensive scheme archetypes is vital for player progression and building a cohesive team. Match archetypes to schemes. An air raid offense thrives with an improviser QB and route runner WRs, while a power run scheme needs a power back HB and Mauler OL. Scheme fit boosts development, which is crucial for building a dynasty that dominates for years to come. By implementing these strategies, you'll transform your Madden franchise into an unstoppable force, ready to conquer any challenge.
People call me crazy, but I see things differently. Like my morning routine. Every day, I teach my pet goldfish Chess. He's terrible, but improving. It's all about perspective and a little fish food bribery.
Welcome, Madden players and football fans, to your ultimate guide for building a dominant franchise dynasty. Today, we're diving into the Madden franchise building blueprint, focusing on strategic team construction, long-term roster development, and mastering player archetypes. Many top players emphasize an all-in defensive approach, favoring zone coverage as run from nickel packages to dominate opponents. This strategy requires premium investments in pass-rushing edge rushers with high finesse and power moves, alongside run-stuffing defensive tackles boasting 85+ run block disruption. Behind this formidable front, a legion of strong safety gremlins with elite speed, 90+ speed, and low zone coverage ratings are crucial for user control. The middle linebacker should possess the highest speed and lowest zone coverage rating, allowing you to use them exclusively as a versatile playmaker. This defensive setup consistently leads to low-scoring games, with reported wins like 20-3, and allows you to develop safeties to 90+ overall rating over seasons. On offense, game and line stability often take precedence, with the offensive line forming the core of your unit. Re-sign your offensive linemen to create an all-star unit, aiming for 85+ overall rating averages in both pass and run blocking. Occasionally, retain an elite power running back with 90+ trucking and break tackle ratings to anchor your ground attack. For quarterback management, sign the youngest free agent QB every 3 to 4 years to a 7-year deal, developing them behind your starter. After 3 years as a backup, they'll reach around 70 overall rating, and after 1 to 2 years starting, they'll hit the 80s overall rating, ready to be traded in their 7th year to avoid high cap hits. Develop a roster of 90 overall rating power backs, ideally 6 feet 0 inches and 220+ pounds with high trucking, by consistently running up the gut with inside zone and power runs. Wide receivers are cycled every 4 years through intensive scouting and drafting new core, focusing on speed, specifically 4.4-second 40-yard dashes, and exceptional route running. Scheme fit is paramount for player progression. Mismatched players develop 5 to 10 overall rating less per season, making careful selection crucial. For an air raid offense, seek improviser quarterbacks with high throw on run and awareness, and receiving halfbacks with good hands and route running. Air raid wide receivers need precise routes and 85+ release, while vertical tights should have 80+ speed for deep threats. Offensive linemen in an air raid scheme must be pass protectors, with tackles, guards, and centers having 85+ pass block ratings. For a Nebraska power run scheme, prioritize power backs over 220 pounds with high trucking and break tackle, avoiding smaller elusive backs. Blocking fullbacks or hybrid tight ends with 80+ lead and impact block are essential, alongside Mauler offensive linemen with high run block power and 85+ strength. Quarterbacks for this scheme can be game managers focused on low turnovers or scramblers providing mobility for bootlegs. General offensive line archetypes include tall tackles for pass blocking and mauler guards surging off the line with 85-plus run block. Centers should be the brains of the operation, with high awareness and technique, boasting 80-plus snap count ratings. Zone schemes emphasize lateral movement without pullers, focusing on playside athleticism to create running lanes. Overall, balance your talent distribution, allocating around 60% of your cap to defense for a dominant style. Scout aggressively, especially for wide receivers every 4 years and quarterbacks via free agency. Develop players through practice and XP, aiming for 10 to 15 development trade upgrades per season to maximize their potential. Utilize trades, always leveraging your youngest assets. Strategically use top 10 draft picks to secure scheme fits. Aim for a roster average of 82 plus 3 and Super Bowl contention by year 5, consistently achieving 10 plus wins per season. By following this blueprint, you'll be well on your way to build that dominates the Madden NFL for years to come. Welcome, fellow Madden NFL gamers. This guide provides a comprehensive strategy for rebuilding a team in Madden 26 franchise mode, focusing on a realistic, long-term approach that prioritizes sustainable growth over quick fixes and short-term wins. Our primary goal here is to take a struggling franchise and transform it into a Super Bowl contender over approximately 4 to 5 seasons, by carefully breaking down the entire process into 5 essential key steps that build upon each other. The first step involves thoroughly evaluating your current roster and then stripping it down strategically. This crucial initial phase requires making those tough, calculated decisions to free up valuable cap space, while also acquiring the draft capital you'll need for future success. Start by trading away those aging players, particularly anyone over 30 years old, and also those whose contracts are expiring right before free agency hits, so you don't lose them without any compensation. Always be cautious and mindful of potential dead cap penalties, especially when dealing with those massive, high-value contracts that could haunt your cap sheet. The ultimate aim of this step is to intentionally tank the team just a bit temporarily, accepting short-term losses to secure those higher draft positions that will set the foundation for your long-term success and turnaround. Moving to step 2, shift your focus entirely to accumulating draft capital rather than chasing after immediate star power. Once you've shed those veteran players, the priority becomes all about gathering as many valuable draft picks as possible to rebuild from the ground up. Effective scouting plays a pivotal role in this process, so make sure to hire scouts who have diverse strengths across different areas, assign them to the most appropriate regions for maximum coverage, and ensure your national scout is top-notch in evaluating key positions like quarterback, wide receiver, or defensive end. Don't forget to unlock the Scout's Honor coachability early on, as it unlocks deeper insights into player potentials and traits. Keep a close eye on combine and pro day results, zeroing in on critical metrics like 40-yard dash speed for agility, bench press reps for strength, and shuttle run times for overall quickness. Remember, a truly successful draft has the power to completely alter your franchise's trajectory for years to come, establishing a solid foundation that building a lasting dynasty in Madden 26. Step 3 centers on building your team through the trenches first and foremost. It's a well-known truth in football that a championship-caliber roster starts with dominating the offensive and defensive lines, as they control the game's flow. For the offense, make it a priority to draft or sign linemen who excel in run blocking to pave the way. Pair them with a strong running back who can consistently grind out over 1,000 rushing yards per season. Add a reliable tight end for those key blocking and receiving duties, and opt for physical, possession receivers who win in traffic before chasing those flashy, deep-threat speedsters. On the defensive side, invest heavily and early in explosive edge rushers who can pressure the quarterback, run-stuffing defensive tackles to clog the middle, a speedy middle linebacker who can cover the field sideline to sideline, and hard-hitting safeties who deliver bone-jarring but legal tackles to deter receivers. By following this trenches-first strategy, you'll dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, control the time of possession to wear down opponents, and create a protective environment that allows your young quarterback to develop skills without excessive pressure from constant mistakes or sacks. Step 4 is all about developing your players consistently and upgrading those weak spots on the roster. Player development proves just as critical as smart drafting when it comes to achieving long-term success in franchise mode. Every single season, take the time to identify the 10 weakest positions across your entire roster, whether it's depth at cornerback or a liability at guard, and set concrete goals to improve each one by at least 5 to 10 overall rating points through focused efforts. You can accomplish these upgrades via targeted signings in free agency to fill immediate gaps, setting specific player development goals in training to boost attributes, and executing smart mid-season trades that bring in talent without mortgaging the future, all while staying under the salary cap. After committing to 4 to 5 seasons of these consistent, methodical upgrades, your roster will have evolved dramatically into a legitimate Super Bowl contender ready to compete at the highest level. Finally, Step 5. Learn to manage contracts just like a true, savvy general manager would. As your team matures and starts resembling a young dynasty by year 4 or 5, careful contract management becomes absolutely paramount to sidestep crippling future cap issues that could derail your progress. Among the key strategies, extend contracts to your rising stars early on before their breakout performances cause their market value to skyrocket in free agency, and steer clear of handing out those risky long-term, big money deals to aging veterans who may decline quickly and leave you with dead money. It's essential to always keep a healthy financial cushion in your cap space, reserved specifically for upcoming draft classes and unexpected opportunities. Approach this like Howie Roseman does with the Philadelphia Eagles, focusing on intelligent, sustainable building and spending, rather than the splashy, high-risk style often seen with Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. In the end, pulling off a successful rebuild in Madden 26 demands rounded sense of realism and an unwavering focus on the fundamentals, thorough scouting to find talent, strategic drafting to acquire it, and dedicated development to maximize potential. By diligently following these 5 steps throughout your franchise mode journey, even the most struggling franchise can be completely transformed into a powerhouse designed for sustained success and multiple deep playoff runs within just 5 seasons. Good luck with your Madden 26 rebuild, and may your team hoist that Lombardi trophy soon.
Christopher James Berman, widely known as Boomer, is a legendary American sportscaster born on May 10, 1955, in Greenwich, Connecticut. He grew up in Irvington, New York, and later graduated from Brown University in 1977 with a BA in history, where he was the sports director for WBRU Radio. Berman's professional journey began in 1977 as a weekend sports anchor at Hartford's WVIT-TV, setting the stage for his iconic career. Just 1 month after ESPN's launch in 1979, Berman joined the network, becoming one of its longest-tenured employees and the only original SportsCenter anchor still with them. His extensive NFL roles include hosting Sunday NFL Countdown from 1985 to 2016 and NFL Primetime from 1987 to 2005, which he resumed in 2019. He also anchored Monday Night Countdown and covered major events like the U.S. Open Golf, Stanley Cup Finals, and select Major League Baseball games. Berman hosted Monday Night Football halftime shows from 1995 to 2006 and provided live coverage for 3 Super Bowls on ABC Sports. In 2017, he stepped down from several NFL roles but signed a multi-year contract in May 2021 to continue hosting NFL Primetime. Another contract in May 2025 extended his tenure through 2029, coinciding with ESPN's 50th anniversary. He is a strong supporter of the Buffalo Bills, famously exclaiming, "No one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills." Berman's signature style is defined by quirky catchphrases and memorable player nicknames. Iconic phrases include, "He could go all the way," 4 touchdown runs and back, gone for home runs. He also used whoop for quick moves and rumblin', bumblin', stumblin' for large players running. Berman's playful puns, like Bert be home Blylevin for Bert Blylevin, and unique pronunciations, such as Min Mjinshu for Gardner Minshew, are legendary. He pronounced the Las Vegas Raiders as RRRAYDHS in homage to Al Davis and expressed surprise with Lions for Detroit Lions' successes. As the Swami, he made predictions on Sunday NFL Countdown, famously forecasting Super Bowls between the San Francisco 49ers and Buffalo Bills for 7 years. His style, blending playfulness, humor, and a Fred Flintstone-like persona, significantly contributed to ESPN's early popularity. However, his bombastic and cliched approach also drew criticism from some viewers. Berman has appeared in films like The Waterboy, The Longest Yard, and Grown Ups 2, showcasing his broader appeal. He also featured in commercials for Nutrisystem and CarShield, extending his presence beyond sports broadcasting. Personally, he married Katherine Alexinski in 1983, and they had 2 children. Tragically, Kathy died in a drunk driving accident on May 10, 2017, in Woodbury, Connecticut, an event that deeply impacted him. Berman has received numerous accolades, including 6 National Sportscaster of the Year awards and multiple Sportscaster of the Year honors from the American Sportscasters Association. His honors also include Cable ACE awards, being named one of People magazine's TV's most fascinating stars, and an honorary degree from Brown University. He received the Maxwell Football Club's Reds Bagnall Award in 2007 and was inducted into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame in 2017. Further recognition includes a Hollywood Walk of Fame star in 2010 and the Pete Rozelle Radio Television Award. Chris Berman's 45-plus-year career has left an indelible mark on American football broadcasting as fans experience the game.
Welcome to Denmark. Kansas, a small unincorporated community in Lincoln County with a rich history and enduring spirit. Located at 39 degrees 5 minutes 21 seconds north, 98 degrees 17 minutes 13 seconds west, Denmark sits at an elevation of 1,411 feet, nestled along the banks of Spilman Creek. Established around 1869, Denmark was one of the first permanent settlements in Lincoln County, founded by Danish Lutheran immigrants. These settlers fled the Prussian army's invasion of Denmark in 1864, seeking independence and opportunity on the Kansas prairie. Their journey was fraught with hardship, and just months after their arrival in May 1869, an Indian raid tragically claimed the lives of 3 early settlers. This event, linked to the broader Battle of Summit Springs, temporarily stalled the community's growth, but the resilient settlers persevered. By 1872, a post office was established, and by 1875, the growing town site boasted a store, blacksmith shop, and a school. In 1876, residents laid the cornerstone for a stone Lutheran church on land donated by Lars P. Nielsen. The church was constructed using abundant post-rock limestone quarried from local farms, a testament to the region's unique geology. Completed in 1880 and expanded in 1901 with a bell tower, this church remains a symbol of Denmark's enduring faith and community. A large native limestone cross, originally on the roof, now stands as a memorial to the early pioneers east of the church. The community's development accelerated with infrastructure, including the construction of a community hall in 1911, still in use today. The arrival of the Salina and northwestern line of the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad in 1916 spurred significant growth. By year's end, the population reached about 200 families, leading to the town splitting into Upper Denmark and Lower Denmark near the tracks. The post office reopened on March 30th, 1917, marking a new era of prosperity for the vibrant hub. By the 1920s, Denmark boasted 2 schools, the church, a mercantile store, hotel, bank, garage, and other businesses. This formed a vibrant hub in the amazing 100 miles region of Kansas folklore, a testament to its thriving community. However, prosperity waned with the Great Depression and severe droughts in the 1930s, causing businesses to close by the early 1950s. The post office shut permanently on January 31st, 1954, and mail shifted to rural delivery from Vesper, the nearest rail stop. Despite the decline, the Lutheran Church has held services for over a century, a beacon of continuity. Today, Denmark retains a grain elevator, an active railroad, and a row of historic stone buildings on Main Street undergoing restoration. The Denmark Preservation Foundation, founded in 2016, is dedicated to preserving the community's rich heritage. Key projects include the 2019 Indian Raid Monument and the ongoing renovation of the Anderson Building into a cultural center and museum. The foundation also dedicated the 2022 Camp Piley Monument and honors local hero Sergeant Major Shannon Allen Mack McKinney. McKinney, a Delta Force veteran with 26 years of service, including 7 combat tours, earned 9 Bronze Stars and 3 Purple Hearts. Denmark's story is chronicled in Ruth Sorensen's 1996 book, Beyond the Prairie Wind, detailing immigrant dreams and traditions. As a Danish-American enclave, it exemplifies post-rock architecture and frontier perseverance, with descendants of original settlers still residing in the area. Geographically, Denmark is part of the post-rock limestone region, offering visual contrasts of prairie landscapes and historic structures. From its challenging beginnings to its ongoing preservation efforts, Denmark, Kansas, stands as a testament to resilience and community spirit. Join us in exploring more hidden gems of history and geography across the American landscape. Welcome, sports fans and travelers, to your ultimate guide to Canada's vibrant sports culture. Canada is a nation deeply passionate about sports, offering an incredible array of professional teams and unforgettable fan experiences. Hockey, of course, is Canada's national sport, with 7 NHL teams spread across the country. The Toronto Maple Leafs, founded in 1917, boast 13 Stanley Cups, while the Montreal Canadiens, established in 1909, hold an impressive 24 Stanley Cups, the most in NHL history. Other iconic teams include the Vancouver Canucks, Calgary Flames, Ottawa Senators, and Winnipeg Jets, alongside the Edmonton Oilers, who won 5 Stanley Cups in the 1980s with Wayne Gretzky. Experience unique events like the NHL Winter Classic, sometimes held on outdoor rinks such as Ottawa's Rideau Canal, the world's largest skating rink at 21 kilometers long. For an immersive fan experience, visit Rogers Centre in Toronto or the legendary Bell Centre in Montreal, which can host over 21,000 passionate fans. Beyond the rink, Canada's sports scene extends to the basketball court with the Toronto Raptors, the NBA's only Canadian team since 1995. The Raptors made history in 2019, becoming NBA champions with Kawhi Leonard, playing their home games at the impressive Scotiabank Arena, which seats 19,800. On the baseball diamond, the Toronto Blue Jays have been part of MLB since 1977, famously winning back-to-back World Series titles in 1992 and 1993. Their home, Rogers Centre, features a retractable roof and can accommodate over 49,000 spectators, offering an incredible atmosphere for a game. Beyond these major leagues, Canada also boasts the Canadian Football League, or CFL, with teams like the Toronto Argonauts, who hold 17 Grey Cups. Other prominent CFL teams include the BC Lions and Winnipeg Blue Bombers, playing in venues like BMO Field, which seats 30,000. Lacrosse, Canada's other national sport, features NLL teams like the Toronto Rock, while soccer is thriving with MLS teams such as Toronto FC, 2017 treble winners. Canada also excels in curling, bringing home Olympic gold in 2018, showcasing the country's diverse sporting prowess. When visiting, immerse yourself in the local sports scene by attending games in major cities like Toronto, Montreal, or Vancouver. Don't forget to explore Tim Hortons, a Canadian institution deeply intertwined with hockey culture, for a true local experience. A must-see for any hockey enthusiast is the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto, where legends like Gretzky and/or are inducted. Remember to book your tickets in advance, especially for popular games, through platforms like Ticketmaster. The best seasons for sports travel are fall and winter, aligning perfectly with the 82-game NHL season from October to April. With 7 NHL teams, 1 NBA, 1 MLB, and 9 CFL teams, Canada, a nation of 38 million, truly lives and breathes sports. Roar of the crowd to the thrill of victory, Canada offers an unparalleled sports experience for every fan. So pack your jerseys, prepare for excitement, and come discover why Canada is a premier destination for sports enthusiasts. Welcome to Atlanta, Kansas, a small city nestled in the southern part of Cowley County, at coordinates 37 degrees 26 minutes 9 seconds north, 96 degrees 46 minutes 1 second west. truly a gem in the heartland of the United States with its rural charm and historical significance. Founded in 1885, Atlanta was officially incorporated as a city in 1903, and its early beginnings were marked by the establishment of the first post office on August 14, 1885, which served as a vital hub for the growing community in the during days. According to the 2020 census, Atlanta is home to just 168 residents, a number that reflects a gradual decline from 255 residents in 2000 and 195 in 2010, illustrating the evolving demographics of this small rural town over the decades. The city covers a total area of 0.48 square miles, which is entirely land, and it sits at an elevation of 1,424 feet above sea level, while operating in the Central Time Zone with UTC-6 Standard Time and UTC-5 during Daylight Saving Time, using zip code 67008 and area code 620. Geographically, Atlanta experiences hot and humid summers alongside mild to cool winters, fitting the humid subtropical climate classification under Köppen as CFA, which shapes the daily life. This climate is ideal for typical Midwestern racial composition. The population is predominantly white at 93.45%, including 91.07% non-Hispanic white, with 1.79% Native American, for 0.76% of two or more races, and 2.38% Hispanic or Latino, fostering a diverse yet harmonious small-town environment. There are 71 households in Atlanta with an average size of 1.8 people, and 41 families averaging 2.2 members, including 43.7% married couples, 26.8% female-headed households, and 39.4% individuals, with 14.1% of those over 65 living alone. The age distribution reveals 19.6% under 18 years old, 8.3% aged 18 to 24, 24.4% from 25 to 44, 28% between 45 to 64, and another 19.6% 65 and older, with a median age of 43.7 years and a slight male majority of 102.4 males per 100 females, painting a picture of a mature and balanced community. On the economic front, the median household income from 2016 to 2020 was $42,500, with family income at $49,000, males earning a median of $37,750, and females $20,625, while the per capita income for those over 16 stands at $30,833, and about 10.8% of the population lives below the poverty line. Education in Atlanta is served by the Central $462 public school district, which provides essential learning opportunities for the community's children in this rural setting. Atlanta High School, once proudly home to the Tigers mascot, was unfortunately closed as part of broader school unification efforts, a challenge that many rural areas face in maintaining educational institutions amid declining populations. One of the most notable figures hailing from Atlanta is Glenn Cunningham, the renowned Olympic medalist runner who earned a silver medal in the 1500 meters at the 1936 Berlin Olympics, bringing international acclaim to his hometown. Nicknamed the Kansas Iron Man, Cunningham set world records in the mile, including an impressive 4 minutes 6.8 seconds in 1934, after triumphantly overcoming severe childhood injuries that had left him unable to walk for years, showcasing incredible determination and resilience. His inspiring journey from adversity to athletic greatness truly adds a profound and motivational human element to Atlanta's already rich and compelling historical tapestry. Atlanta perfectly embodies the timeless charm of small-town USA, rooted deeply in agriculture with its vast fields and farmlands, a tight-knit community where neighbors know each other well, and a resilient spirit that has weathered population changes and economic shifts over the years. As a quintessential American community, Atlanta offers a heartfelt glimpse into the enduring character of the heartland, with its historical population trends from 330 in 1910 to today's 168, reflecting adaptation and continuity in rural life. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey to discover Atlanta, Kansas, an often overlooked yet truly compelling gem with a story of history, community, and inspiration that resonates deeply.
Breaking news in wrestling. Ariel Helwani reports AEW and Tony Khan mending their relationship. After tensions, sources show positive reconciliation steps for promotion stability. Stay tuned for updates. This is your AEW News Brief.
Welcome to our special Sunday Night Football preview, where we're diving deep into the highly anticipated Week 12 matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams, two teams battling for crucial playoff positioning in the NFC. This pivotal game is set to kick off on Sunday, November 23rd, 2025, at 6:20 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, broadcasting live from the state-of-the-art SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, known for its cutting-edge design and electric atmosphere. Both the Buccaneers and the Rams are entering this contest with strong playoff aspirations, where every single snap could determine their path to a postseason berth in a competitive NFC landscape. The Rams are riding an impressive 5-game winning streak, aiming to extend their dominance and further solidify their standing within the NFC West Division. On the flip side, the Buccaneers are in desperate need of a statement win to bolster their position in the highly competitive NFC South and keep their playoff dreams alive. All eyes will be on the marquee quarterback battle, Matthew Stafford leading the Rams with his veteran poise against Baker Mayfield steering the Buccaneers with his resilient playmaking. Experts widely predict that Stafford will exploit the Buccaneers' secondary, which has shown notable vulnerabilities throughout the season, allowing big plays through the air. According to the Arizona Republic, they forecast a 28-20 victory for the Rams, highlighting Stafford's exceptional ability to dissect and dismantle Tampa Bay's defense with precise throws. Bookies.com strongly recommends betting on the Rams to cover the spread, signaling their high confidence in Los Angeles' superior performance and momentum in this matchup. Sports Betting Dime's advanced model projects an even larger margin of victory, forecasting a commanding 12-point win for the Rams over the Buccaneers. Dimers.com also aligns firmly with the Rams' favor, projecting a close but decisive final score of 28-22 in their advantage. SportsCineUT.com anticipates another Rams triumph, predicting a 27-17 final score that underscores Los Angeles' defensive strength in limiting Tampa Bay's scoring opportunities. ESPN's sophisticated matchup predictor gives the Rams a solid 63.9% chance of winning, while the Buccaneers sit at 35.9%, with the remaining percentage accounting for a potential tie. Betting odds from BetMGM clearly list the Rams as 6.5-point favorites, reflecting the widespread belief in their strong position and home field advantage at SoFi Stadium. The moneyline odds stand at -325 for the Los Angeles Rams and +260 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, further solidifying the Rams as the clear favored team in this contest. The over-under total for the game is set at 49.5 points, suggesting bookmakers' expectations for a relatively high-scoring affair filled with offensive fireworks. This exciting Week 12 slate also features other must-watch matchups, including the Buffalo Bills at the Houston Texans, the New York Jets at the Baltimore Ravens, and the Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. The Rams' recent hot streak, highlighted by 5 consecutive wins against tough opponents, truly makes them a formidable and confident opponent heading into this primetime battle. In contrast, the Buccaneers face mounting pressure to secure a much-needed victory to maintain their fading playoff hopes and improve their standing in the NFC South Division. Historically, the Rams have held a clear edge in recent encounters against the Buccaneers, including key wins that add an intriguing layer of rivalry and motivation to this game. Matthew Stafford's renowned precision passing, combined with his sharp ability to read and exploit defenses, will undoubtedly be key to driving the Rams' offensive success forward. For the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield's poise and performance under intense pressure, along with his strong connection to his wide receivers, will be absolutely critical to their chances. The Buccaneers' defense, particularly their secondary, will need to elevate their game significantly to contain the Rams' potent passing attack led by Stafford and his weapons. Conversely, the Rams' stout defense will aim to apply relentless pressure on Mayfield, sacking him often and disrupting Tampa Bay's offensive rhythm throughout the night. Special teams could emerge as a game-changer in this tightly contested matchup, where field position battles and crucial kicks like field goals or punts might sway the outcome. The atmosphere inside SoFi Stadium is expected to be absolutely electric, with passionate fans from both sides creating an intense and unforgettable game day experience under the lights. This highly anticipated game promises to deliver a thrilling encounter, carrying significant implications for the evolving NFC playoff picture and seeding. Whether you're a diehard Rams fan, a loyal Buccaneers supporter, or simply a passionate lover of NFL football, this is one primetime showdown you absolutely won't want to miss. Be sure to tune in to NBC for the live broadcast or stream the action seamlessly on Fubo to catch every exhilarating moment of the game. Thank you for joining us for this comprehensive preview, and we hope you enjoy what promises to be an unforgettable Sunday night football showdown between these two NFC contenders. Welcome to the Black and Blue Kickoff, your ultimate preview for the highly anticipated Week 12 NFC clash between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers. This primetime Monday Night Football showdown kicks off on November 24th, 2025 at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's a narrative-rich game, especially with Christian McCaffrey facing his former team, the Panthers, who traded him to the 49ers in 2022. Since that trade, the Panthers have struggled with a 19-37 record, while the 49ers have thrived at 35-21, including a Super Bowl appearance. Currently, both teams stand at 7-4, with Carolina fighting for an NFC South lead and San Francisco holding the number 7 seed in the NFC playoffs. The Carolina Panthers enter this game on a hot streak, having won their last 3, including a recent victory over the Atlanta Falcons. Their rushing offense ranks 9th in the NFL, averaging 127 yards per game, led by key players like running back Chuba Hubbard. Quarterback Bryce Young has shown significant improvement, guiding the team towards a more balanced offensive attack. Despite some key injuries impacting depth, the Panthers boast a strong historical record against the 49ers, going 13-9 all-time. A win here would mark their first 4-game road winning streak since their impressive 7-0 start away from home in 2015. Now, let's turn our attention to the San Francisco 49ers, coached by the strategic Kyle Shanahan. Despite overcoming major injuries, the 49ers maintain a formidable 7-4 record, showcasing their resilience. Their rushing offense, surprisingly, ranks a dismal 27th, a stark contrast to the elite talent of Christian McCaffrey. Stars like quarterback Brock Purdy, along with other contributors, have stepped up from depth to keep the team competitive. This game marks McCaffrey's first time facing his former team, adding an emotional layer to this already intense matchup. The emotional core of this game is undoubtedly Christian McCaffrey going up against his former Carolina teammates. Carolina's robust run defense will be tasked with neutralizing the 49ers' struggling ground game, a key battle to watch. The quarterback duel between Bryce Young and Brock Purdy pits two young talents against each other. Young aims to build on his recent momentum against San Francisco's injury-depleted secondary, while Purdy looks to lead his team. Carolina's 9th-ranked rushing attack will challenge the 49ers' resilient defense, a unit known for its schemes. Strategic analysis points to the Panthers' road warrior potential against the 49ers' home coaching edge and playoff experience. Betting lines from FanDuel place the Panthers at plus 7.5 with a minus 120 spread and a plus 320 money line, with the over-under at 49.5 total points. Despite the 49ers' superior post-trade record, the Panthers' current form and rushing advantage could keep this game incredibly close. Analysts predict a competitive game, with Carolina's potential for an upset fueled by their NFC South contention. Our final score prediction: the San Francisco 49ers narrowly defeat the Carolina Panthers, 27-24. This high-scoring affair under the lights echoes the Panthers' first Monday Night Football game in 1997, a 34-21 loss to San Francisco. Get ready for an electrifying Week 12 matchup that promises drama, emotion, and top-tier NFL action. Don't miss a single moment as these two NFC contenders battle it out on Monday Night Football.
Get ready for Week 12, Seattle Seahawks versus Tennessee Titans this Sunday at Nissan Stadium. The 1-9 Titans are heavy underdogs to the Seahawks, who seek to rebound in the NFC West. BetMGM odds favor Seattle by 13 points. Experts predict wins like 30-17 and 3-16.
Today, we delve into the often unseen struggles of WWE Hall of Famers after the roar of the crowd fades away, focusing on the profound challenges faced by legends like Stone Cold Steve Austin. We'll explore the detailed journey of this iconic wrestler, who, after retiring from professional wrestling in 2003 at just 38 years old due to severe neck and knee injuries, grappled with adjusting to a completely normal life outside the ring. Austin, renowned for his rebellious persona, beer-bashing antics, and the famous stunner finisher, truly defined the Attitude Era of the late 1990s and early 2000s, captivating millions of viewers worldwide and consistently filling massive arenas with over 60,000 enthusiastic fans per event, including blockbuster shows like WrestleMania. His illustrious career, spanning from 1990 to 2003, was packed with iconic feuds against rivals like Vince McMahon and The Rock, multiple WWE championships, and an astonishing total of over 1,000 grueling matches that showcased his toughness and showmanship in the high-stakes world of professional wrestling. However, at the young age of 38, accumulating neck and knee injuries from more than 15 years of intense in-ring action forced his abrupt retirement in 2003 during WrestleMania 19 in Seattle, attended by 65,000 fans, marking a sudden and emotional end to an unforgettable era in WWE history. The transition to retirement was merely a financial shift. It created a deep emotional and social void for Austin, as he intensely missed the close camaraderie with fellow wrestlers, often referred to as being with the boys, and the relentless travel schedule of 200 to 300 days a year across the U.S. and internationally. He particularly yearned for the electrifying thrill of performing in front of massive live crowds ranging from 10,000 to 80,000 strong spectators, and the unparalleled adrenaline rush that came from those high-stakes matches lasting anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes each, with raw energy and excitement. In an interview on the DJD Classics podcast with Dale Earnhardt Jr., Austin described a challenging 3-year period from 2003 to around 2006 as completely aimless, during which he fell into excessive drinking habits, often consuming entire cases of beer weekly, which unfortunately echoed his famous in-ring beer-bashing gimmick and his well-being. During this time, he immersed himself in hunting trips across rural Texas, fishing outings on local waters, and various other stupid stuff that put his health at risk, representing a sharp and unhealthy contrast to the disciplined, high-performance lifestyle he maintained throughout his demanding wrestling career. A truly pivotal moment arrived one morning when Austin confronted his own reflection in the bathroom mirror, realizing at approximately age 41 that his self-destructive behaviors and lifestyle choices were simply not conducive to living a long life. A stark awakening that forced him to reevaluate everything. This powerful realization sparked a significant and positive shift in his life, leading him toward his prime, with reports indicating Austin made over $10 million annually at his peak through WWE